I'm here just numbing on food.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah.
Same.
Right, we'll give it a few minutes anyway. We're not in a
Syndra's too late again.
I could hear what you guys were all saying now.
Oh my god.
I know. Just sorting out the laundry.
Fun times.
Yeah, but you can talk, Brian. We can listen while I'm folding sheets.
Living the dream.
I know. Isn't it amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you a good housewife?
Quincy, wait until you live on your own, then you want to be a housewife.
I give my stuff to mommy.
Or that.
Will you take your dirty dishes home to your parents?
No. I use paper plates.
No.
Quincy's got it all sorted out. Just draws and draws a paper cup for him. Don't need to do the washing up if you just throw everything away. Have a little stab at going whatever happened. What happened? What happened?
Whatever happened.
We went shopping.
Shopping!
A fair bit of shopping involved. I was quite impressed.
Got a bag
Yeah.
of holding.
You did get a bag holding. I think you got 2 bags of holding.
Lantern of True Seeing,
You get the
Yep.
lantern
Yep.
truth thing, yes.
Ring of Storms.
Right.
Did you get the Fireball, Dinios?
Yeah, I got the thing, the orb thing
Mhm.
that gives me stuff when I'm
Yes.
there.
What did you get, Cindy?
There was also a ring of fire elementals being passed around.
What I got the Ring of Fire Elemental.
There we go.
I should actually open up my character sheet. That would help.
Jeremy's picking that as well.
I got the Necklace of Primal Fury, and I got the Ring of Fire Elemental.
Did Jimmy get that new Elvis weapon?
I got the Zerata's Longsword, which is plus 25, and look at it and you die.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so I traded away my beautiful, beautiful Thunder Axe for this
Served you
sword.
well, but it was time to move on.
Yes.
And you got a +1 shield.
Oh, yeah. Plus 1 shield, plus 2 longsword. Short version.
Okay. So, you met with the Councillor Zarzan. You sort of debated how to go about sort of pushing back against the tide of evil that is now sweeping through the material plane. And it was decided that maybe these vestiges of the divine was the way to go. You had a little look at the different options available to you as they were being researched by the various sages, and you decided that it would be in your benefit to go after Ordus, Idol of the Keeper. So, you rest up for the remainder of the day, completing a long rest. It's a fairly uneventful one. You sort of prepare yourself, body and mind, for the journeys that lay. Come the dawn of the new day, Gerald sort of ushers you all into a small room, very similar to how you arrived here, sort of covered in marble, and in the very center there seems to be a teleportation circle. He looks to you all and says, "We'll teleport you to the town of... It is in the southern barony of nearest to the Crimson Reef, where we believe the idol is currently being kept.
What was the town called?
Goldhaven.
Sounds promising.
Are there dwarves there?
There's dwarves in most settlements.
Yeah, but like, is it like a dwarven city?
It's not.
What? That disappoints me with the name like that.
Well, we
Could be dragons.
Oh,
Could also be dragons. Yes. Let's go back to dwarves.
Here be dragons.
Mhm.
Could be full of ignorant people like you.
Oh shit. Okay. So, with that, he sort of says his farewells for a moment, and with a brief sort of flick of his wrist, the various runes beneath your feet begin to illuminate. Your vision goes blurry for a second, and you re-emerge into what sounds like quite a busy market district. There are people coming and going here and there, and you seem to be in sort of like a small little empty building. And as you sort of re-emerge, a little bit blinded by just sort of how bright it is and how arid and hot, you see a couple of individuals sort of look around into the building that you're currently in. They seem dressed very similarly to Gerald itself, and you get a feeling they're probably with the sages. They look to yourselves, eye you up and down, and then just sort of bow their head in respect and let you go on. Godhaven itself looks to be quite it's a fairly large town, has a good couple of thousand people here, and it banks on the southern. There's a vibrant sort of merchant district here, as well as a port itself. And if you are to travel out to the Crimson Reef, it would probably be best if you find yourselves a means of transport there. So, left to your own devices, you can cover as you see fit. What would you like to do?
I want to have a mooch around, see what's exotic things are.
I can fly.
Okay.
You be flying.
Oh god, how do I get rid of it? Prime.
I'd get rid of what?
Carried the token.
I summon VMAC. He's flying.
Oh shit. He is gone. Okay. So, see, you immediately your interest takes the better of you, and you start snooping around the various sort of districts and whatnot. Is there anything in particular that you'd like to?
No, just sight sounds, local delicacies maybe.
Make a investigation check, please.
Oh lordy. Where is it? Yeah, 4.
Okay, you try your best to take part in the local delicacies, but your investigation skills are somewhat lacking. You try your best to sort of look around the town, but you very quickly just end up going in circles, really making no progress whatsoever.
Fair enough.
What's the? I do walk around a bit in the city as well. And what's the general feeling of the populace? If you say it's like,
Okay, yeah.
do they seem happy and content, or is it? Did you die?
No, sorry. I said make an insight check, please.
Oh, okay. I died. Okay.
15. Okay, nice. So you spend some time just having a little look around, getting a feel for the area. You generally get the feeling that definitely people seem contented for the most part, but you definitely get the feeling there are some authoritarian undertones. You sort of look through the various market bazaars, and you get the feeling that a few individuals are probably. There very much seems to be a caste system here. You are either a high-flying noble, or very much you are in serious monetary issues. With a lot of working conditions not being that different from slaves.
I see.
Have a word, man. But nevertheless, things seem peaceful here. While the guards might be a little overzealous from time to time, they definitely are seemingly effective at keeping those that are below the poverty line sort of know their place in society and try their best to sort of work out whatever their arrears they might have through manual labor and menial tasks. But there definitely seems to be a system here.
I see.
Goldhaven is on the most southern island.
That it is.
Desert area, if anyone's looking. Did we get any more information about where the idol is? Just right around here.
It's in a place called the Crimson Reef, which is to your east.
On the island.
Yeah, the swords that are on the map are the locations of all the vestiges.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So should we ask a local if there's any? This is a coastal city.
It is a coastal city, yeah. There's quite a vibrant port that's here. Gerald suggested that perhaps it would be best if you seeked out passage to the Crimson Reef.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should try and get some what do you say, historical information and word of tongue as well of what people think of the Crimson Reef. Stories, legends.
Nice. So, where would you like to look for this sort of information? Do you decide to sort of stick around the merchant district? Do you try to find, say, maybe a working class tavern? Do you decide to go to the port district and just ask the various sort of sailors to and from what their thoughts have been?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of that. As much
Okay.
as I can find my time to do.
I mean, you're not rushed in the sense of you have a hard deadline. Obviously, there is some. The sages would like to gather the artifacts as quickly as possible, given there's a demonic invasion to the north. But still, there's no like hard pressed deadline of you've got 2 days or whatnot. So you can take your time investigating at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean the only type of folk I would try to steer away from is like the high.
Okay. Yeah, you
classes.
definitely get the feeling like the high classes have their own district within the town. It sort of stands out like a beacon compared to the rest of the backdrop of what seems like shanty towns and sort of twisting labyrinths of tightly compacted streets. So let's start off with you. Can you make an investigation check, please? See how.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you start off having a little look around your immediate vicinity, which is the market district. You start asking a few questions here and there. It takes a while for, especially given your sort of outlandish nature, it takes a while for you to sort of not exactly blend in, because there's not really much chance of that, but sort of just to get a feel for the locals, how they do things, how they approach conversation. After a while, though, you start to see results. You speak with a couple of merchants, and they say that the Crimson Reef is a dangerous place these days. A lot of the port authorities and captains have been charging quite an exorbitant fee to get goods in and out of the town via that way. As a lot of ships have been lost as of recent. Probably ramping up in the last 6 months or so.
Like piracy in. Do you have a lot of pirates around?
Not so much pirates. There seems to be something that inhabits the waters over there. Something large. Ships have just disappeared overnight. All what's found left is wreckage torn asunder. No survivors. Even the pirates that were operating out there have all but abandoned the area. No, this is something much.
Sorry, just typing.
That's all right.
Okay, so you think there are some kind of monster in the water?
Aye, we do. Most of the transport these days, it comes from the great the seas to the west, or it's brought down from the northern baronies by road. But
Okay.
most ships these days they tend to avoid the rest of the sea if they.
Do you think? Sorry, has anybody seen this?
You get a few folks who say they've seen stuff. Whether or not they can be believed, however, that's another thing to be said.
Because my question is there truly a monster, or is this just a story that these tax people or whatever is making up just to be able to charge more money?
They both kind of look to one another and they give sort of a nod of understanding. Well, you make a point. Listen, go see old Ted in the Fisherman's Mongrel. He says he's seen, but he might not be the most reliable of sources. He says he's seen a lot of things, if you would believe.
I see. Thank you.
No problems. But keep safe out.
You too.
These are certainly dangerous times, to say the least.
That is more true than most people realize. All right, take care.
You sort of
so
leave to proceed and head off and try and find what else you. Okay. How about the remainder of you all? Anything you'd like to do in particular?
Not really. Just following the rest.
Okay.
Complaining about the weather, because, I mean,
Okay.
it's probably way too warm.
It's very warm. It's about it's approaching sort of midday and it gets to about 40 degrees down.
Yeah, I'm used to the mountains, so
Mhm.
I'm definitely complaining about the weather. And it probably makes me very thirsty, so my guess would be to go to the pub and get drinks and stuff. Other than that, I'm not really the investigated type, so.
I don't think any of you are. in particular. Okay.
I just like mooching.
So with that then, you end up in a nearby. You find various sort of goods to restock your water skins and whatnot. Have a good old drink, given the hot climate. The day sort of okay, after you.
I was just gonna say, it's like being back at home.
You find some exotic and fiery ales to keep yourself contented. See, definitely seems as though the folk here have a rather different taste for their alcohol.
Nice. That's what we like.
You think also quite a few of the ales have various sort of spices mixed in, and you swear you try one. It's called Fire Stout Ale. It seems like it has chili mixed in with it. Day starts to unfold. You approach into sort of the early afternoon. And by this point, you sort of end up meandering your way into the port district. It's quite vibrant here. There seems to be a good handful of ships, maybe 4 or 5 different sizes and calibers. Some seem to be offloading their goods. Others seems to be in the preparations of loading. But nevertheless, it's quite busy and vibrant here. You sort of look at the different ships that are on display, and most of them definitely seem to be transport. As you make your way across, yeah. What would you like to do?
What do the ships look like? In what condition do they seem to be? Do they
Okay.
seem to be more like harried than ships normally be, or?
Give a good look up and down. I mean, how much experience do you have with naval matters out of it?
I've been on boats across canals.
Okay. You sort of give a look at these ships, and they are beautiful beyond belief compared to sort of a ship traveling across a canal. These are big old boats. and definitely seem quite hardy. You sort of eye up the crew for a moment. While you might not really understand all that much about, say, ships in general, you're much better at studying people. The crews here seem quite experienced. They seem disciplined, and they definitely seem to know what they're doing. This isn't no amateur operation. And it's quite understandable given their place in the world. The waters here are quite dangerous from what you've been told in your little sort of investigation so far. So yeah, the crew seem quite hardy. I mean, even the smallest of the ships are probably, say, a good 60, 70 feet.
I see.
Big.
Big.
Yeah.
Big money.
Mm-hmm. Big money indeed. As for their cargo, a little difficult to tell. Most of it seems to be in barrels and crates, but you do notice a few of them sort of unloading various sort of spices, cloths of different kinds, silks. So it does seem to be quite a vibrant trade going on here.
Okay. Yeah. Just walk around a bit on port, trying to be as inconspicuous as an orc among people can be.
Okay.
And just listen to, the people around me, the talk. Do I get any frustrations about their travels and stuff?
Yeah.
Or,
Make an investigation check, please. You.
Poop.
Investigate some more.
That's a 5.
Okay. So. 2 seconds. Okay. So. You listen now to the best of your ability. You don't blend in particularly well at all. Most of the crews, as you sort of look past, definitely notice you, and you can definitely tell that a few of them sort of mutter to one another, pointing in your direction. You definitely seem to be the subject matter of it all. And as you're making your way through, a few of the sort of sailors of one boat put down the various crates that they're hauling and start to approach towards yourself. They look to yourself and shout out. They're probably no more than, say, 20, 25 feet from yourself at this point. You're sort of getting quite close to trying to overhear some conversation. They look to you and say, you there. You look like you know how to lift a crate or two in your... What are you looking for?
I'm just admiring your beautiful ships in this port here.
Aye, we've got a few beautiful ones over here. But tell me, have you seen a ship like this one? They sort of turn around. You get the impression this is the one that they're on.
Absolutely beautiful.
She's called the Tide Hunter. You sort of look around at the ship for a moment. You definitely get the impression it was probably a warship at some time, but it's been repurposed as a merchant vessel.
So have you seen any battle?
They sort of look to one another and say, we've had our fair share, yeah. Not intentional, but these waters, they can be dangerous. Never know what you're going to encounter from one day to the next. What is it to you?
Oh, sorry, I'm just curious. Did you want some help carrying stuff, you say?
Hi. We've got a few crates that need to be offloaded, and you look like you got a bit of a swing to yourself, if you know. You give it a helping hand to load on up, and there'll be a bit of coin in it for you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. I could be of some help. I got my powerful build, so I count as one size larger when I'm carrying stuff.
Okay.
As well.
So you have a good look, and a lot of these crates and barrels will require 2 people to lift, one on either side. you just pick up this crate by yourself and just begin to move it, and the sailors sort of just stand in as you do so. Make a athletics check, please, you. Nice. Okay, this is easy for you, and the other sailors, despite being somewhat experienced, have trouble keeping up with yourself, and you're doing this by yourself. It takes you an hour to help them load, but by the end of it, they hand over a couple of gold pieces as a thanks.
Yeah, and during this work,
I imagine you're trying to get some conversation going here.
Oh yeah, trying to be a good sport and sport conversations and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So with that, the crew tell you, so their ship's called the Tide Hunter, and they're going to be traveling north to the city of Duskan. The crew are a little unsure as the captain wants to travel eastwards, past the Crimson Reef and up through the Restless Sea. The crew have been hearing bad things about that area for the time being, and while it might be the quickest path, it's certainly got a reputation for danger as of late.
I'll let them know that I've heard as much as well. Talk around town. There's some kind of thing in the water. Is that's what you guys?
First we thought it was pirates, but the rumors don't seem to back that up. We've made a few trips before through that way, and we saw something large traveling through the water. Wasn't quite sure what it was, but luckily it left us alone for the time being. A few of the other ships we've heard, they've not been so. What is it to you? You seem to have interest in the area.
Me and my friends are actually a little bit interested in the Crimson Reef, to be honest. We've heard some stuff about it and want to check it out. So I mean, if you don't mind, we could tag along and act as some form of security or whatever.
I mean, you've given us a top hand helping us out here today. If the remainder of your friends are anything like yourself, I can't see that being any.
All right.
They provide a helping hand. Well, I'm sure the captain will allow you to travel for.
I don't think anyone will mind.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
You don't think for us?
Yeah. VMAX, the one I think is gonna be trouble. He can handle himself in the water, I think.
I've never been on the boat before.
We'll just strap you on a rope behind the boat.
A little barrel.
As this is going on, the various sort of sailors sort of look around and say, speak of the. They sort of point to what looks to be. You get the impression she is probably a early 40s human woman. She sort of has a scar down the left side of her face, and she seems to just have. She sort of dons a leather coat, and you definitely get the impression she's not like a noble or anything, but you get the idea that she's probably seen a fair few journeys in her time, and there's definitely an aura of respect as she sort of walks on through. She begins to approach the various sailors, who immediately stop what they're doing and salute the woman. So, one of them sort of whispers to you quickly, her name. I probably should have written this down, but Celavi. Okay. Okay. Her name is Verena.
Verena.
Mm-hmm. Verena Sea Warden. She begins to approach and looks over the crates that have now been loaded, and she says, done better than what I was expecting. Looks like we're all ready to say. One of the sailors sort of pipes up and says, thanks to this one here. She sort of looks you up and down. And okay, we don't get too many of your kind around these parts.
Yeah. Story of my life.
But,
Pleasure to meet you.
And yourself. So, you're responsible for giving these scallywags a helping.
I lift my eyebrow. Scallywags. And yeah. We just started talking, and these friendly gentlemen asked me if I could help, and naturally, I did. It's
Very
not
well.
too hard of work.
Well, a few of our regulars have not turned up, so there is space on. If you're willing to give a helping hand, then I'm happy for you to travel with us.
If you don't mind taking in my friends.
Your friends?
Well, yes, we're a small group of people. Wait, how many are we? Like 6, I think? 6? With Gerald?
Gerald did not travel with you.
Okay, so then we are 5.
Okay. She sort of looks around for a moment and then spots this unsightly looking group of a panda, a Goliath, a half elf, half deer, and a warforged standing in the corner.
I kind of got like an entire keg of ale just slipping out of the bag of holding that I'm drinking from.
You're an odd bunch, the captain says to yourself.
That we are.
She
But
sort of
I
looks.
think we can be of help. We've heard there's some dangerous waters out there.
There is indeed, but it's the fastest route, and I have a feeling we'll be just fine.
Speaking of which,
Hmm.
do you know a chap called Old Ted down here by the port?
I do.
They
Used to
say he
be on
has
board the
information
morning-
about what's in the water.
He used to be on the Morning Weather. It was a ship that used to travel the waters. It met an unfortunate fate a few months. Ted's one of the only survivors. I've tried speaking with the man, but conversation is not the easiest with him.
Oh, is he? I heard
He
some
was always
people call him
strange.
crazy.
Maybe, I'm not sure I would say crazy, but definitely he likes to believe that he's seen things that others. He's adamant that something large attacked the ship, and while I'm not going to say he's a liar, I would definitely say that some of his stories can be somewhat exaggerated from time.
I see. Do you mind if I go talk to him to get a little bit more information? You know, grain of truth, you know?
No problem. We've still got a few hours before we can set sail, so spend the time as you see fit.
Great. So, where should I be heading?
Okay. He says, from what I hear, he spends most of his time here these days in the fisherman's. And she sort of pointed out, it seems to be a tavern on the actual port itself, just over in the corner. It looks a little dilapidated. It's not like at risk of collapsing or anything like that, but you get the impression it's very much a spit and sawdust sort of.
Okay. I'll head over.
You make your way inside, and as soon as you enter on in, the conversation in here immediately stops. It's quite quiet for the most part. It's not the largest of establishments, and only looks to be, say, 6 or 7 patrons at the current time, but all the conversation stops as soon as you enter, before beginning to pick up again over the course of the next few minutes. Behind the bar seems to be a fairly disgruntled-looking half-orc, would you believe? Looks to be, say, late 30s, and is in the process of cleaning a few steins nearby. He sort of looks at you and gives you sort of not exactly. He sort of is trying to get some sort of insight into yourself as you approach.
I just walk up to the bar and I say, "Good day, barman. Could
Good day. What brings
have
you
a
into
pint of your finest?" I'm looking for a man. It's a
He begins pouring a
chap.
drink.
Chap called Old Ted.
Yeah, he lets out a smile and he sort of nods over to the corner. You see at the far side, there seems to be a single individual, probably late 40s, maybe even early 50s. A single guy just playing, in the course of playing cards with himself in the corner. He has a few empty steins around himself and is in the process of finishing up what could be, say, his 4th or 5th.
Okay. Does he seem like he can handle his beer?
Ted's a lot of things, but a drinker he can handle. Drink he can handle.
All right. I'll take one for me and one for him then.
All right, well, he sort of hands over 2 large steins to yourself and gives you a nod of respect to you.
Cool. I tip him double the amount.
Oh, okay. It sets you back, say, 2 silver.
All right. I head over to
Okay.
Mr.
You sort
Ted
of
then.
begin to approach, and as Ted is sort of in the process of playing cards, it looks like solitaire. He kind of looks up to yourself for a moment before then immediately focusing back on the card. He says, "Don't know you." Slaps another card onto the table.
Well, would you like to? I smile happily. I've got a beer.
He looks to your beer and sort of immediately finishes off the one that's currently on in front of him before placing the tankard next to him in this sort of ever-growing pile of empty cups. And he sort of motions for you to.
All right. I set down the tankard before him and I say, "Well, I hear you are quite the authority of what's lurking in the water on Crimson Reef. We would like to take that thing on. Clear the water, so to speak."
Interesting angle. He sort of thinks for a moment, says, "I barely made it out alive the last time. But that thing, he killed my friends, he killed my crew. I'd love a chance to get back at it." But no one believes. They all say I saw things. The ship fell on due to bad weather. I was simply the only survivor, but I know the truth.
I've seen some things myself, and I do believe you.
He sort of looks up for a moment and stops his cards and says, "You do?"
I do. Do you know anything else about this monster? What does it look like? What does it do? What powers does it have?
So, he sort of leans in a little closer and just puts down his cards and says, "I believe there's some kind of dragon out there, lurking in the waters, if you will."
Dragon?
least that's what I believe. I've heard it. Not one much for the dragon language, but I learned a thing or two back. It spoke. It called out to us.
I see. Did you catch any of the phrases? Could you translate any of the words?
From what I recall, it was some time ago. It seemed to be asking for tribute. No one else understood what the hell it was talking about, and, well, I didn't want to speak up against it. We carried on pressing on through, and before we knew it was pulling the ship under. I called out that we should offer it something. Maybe it'll let us go, but the others, they were too convinced of attacking the thing. Before we knew it, it carved the ship in half. I managed to find some salvage to hang on. Made myself as quiet as I could before it left us alone. The others, they tried their best to hold on to the ship as best they could. Fired cannons off of its side. And it didn't go too well, you see. I don't know why it left me alone, but I gave up whatever I could. Small coin, anything.
So you gave it its tribute. I see.
From what I hear, there is still some large beast skulking in the depths of those waters. Those ships that try to pass, they're at the mercy of the thing. You offer a tribute, it lets you go. You fail to do so, you become its next victim.
Troubling.
Very.
Okay. Well, still pondering this dragon thing.
The only thing I've seen of it, large fins that smashed through the side of the ship. I saw two big eyes in the water, but that's it. That's all I saw. But the fact that it speaks dragon, that's gotta mean something.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of creatures speak dragon, but yeah, some kind of water-based dragon. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for the information. It's very valuable. We will see if we can do anything about this.
You look after yourselves out there. And he takes the stein, the extra stein that you brought to him, and he just completely downs it.
I mimic him.
Okay, nice. He shows you a nod of respect before returning to his card game. You can definitely tell that the conversation has left him troubled.
Yeah, I get up, and
Yeah.
before I leave, I just put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "Sorry to disturb your mind with these questions."
See you and says, "You're all right, Greenskin."
I smile and walk out.
Okay. So, unless anyone else has got any tasks that they'd like to achieve, I guess we can fast forward to setting sail.
Yeah, I'm just sunbathing on the deck.
Nice.
Drinking, complaining.
I'll just wait.
You just go in standby mode?
Yeah.
Takes an hour or two, but you finally arrives on back. The ship is prepared to set sail, and the sails open. The anchor is brought on, and you begin to head on out into the seas.
So what did you find out?
Apparently, he thinks it's some kind of dragon that keeps its nest up there in the water. And, yes.
This economy.
Yeah. Apparently, to pass safely through its waters, you need to pay tribute to pass safely through. If you do that, you will go unharmed.
Hopefully we have a worthy tribute. I vote VMAC.
Me too.
I say we toss your fucking alcohol overboard.
Hey!
Okay. So, as you set sail, you can immediately begin to feel the rough seas. VMAC, this is a very debilitating experience for yourself.
Can
You,
I roll a check to see if I get seasick?
make a con save, please?
I would love it if I get sick. Count.
Ha!
Okay.
Nice.
You're able to hold your stomach in, but this is still quite. You feel a little bit queasy, and definitely you spend most of your time to sort of head over the railings, just sort of thinking you're about to spill your guts. But you're able to hold steady. But nevertheless, it's a fairly unpleasant experience for yourself. The rest of you, however, might be a little bit more accustomed. Definitely, Benjamin, you don't get seasick, so you're like, what is this?
Can't get seasick if you don't have a stomach.
You sort of offer to help here and there, just sort of keeping the deck clean, moving a few bits and pieces here and there, just fairly trivial tasks.
Help out in the galley.
Okay. You sort of help out in the galley, Z. I imagine you try and sort of add a little spice here and there to some of the food, give it that bit of a...
Yeah.
Okay. And you definitely try your best to sample a little of the cuisine here and there when no one's... Nevertheless, the journey through to the Crimson Reef is quite short. It doesn't take more than, say, a day, maybe a day and a half. The wind is definitely in. As you begin to approach into the Crimson Reef, you can sort of see in the distance the various sort of waves breaking over the reefs, and everyone sort of stands on attention and just sort of keeping an eye out on the nearby water. And there's definitely sort of an aura of tension about the crew, just keeping watch, making sure that there's nothing too dangerous here. As you go on through, making your way, the captain sort of heads below deck. For a moment, the first mate seems to take over piloting the ship. And after a while, you hear sort of this large sort of splash. And as you look around behind you, you can see a number of sort of crates begin to sink beneath the sea.
Uh-oh.
The captain then re-emerges sometime later and takes over the ship once more with a smile, and the ship begins to head on ever further. Can I get a perception check from everyone, please?
So we all die.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
natural 20, very nice.
Nice.
24.
I think this
Well
lady
done.
knows.
Well done.
So a few of you do pretty well, actually. All with the exception of Ben. You all sort of look around and you can see a large creature moving underneath the water. The details are quite difficult to tell, The ocean here is quite deep and quite dark. But nevertheless, you see two large fins attached to this massive body, probably somewhere in the region of, say, 30 feet across, just moving underneath the water. You see this large, sort of, almost like a beak attached to its head, grab hold of the crates and begin pushing them down ever further into the water. And with that, it disappears without a trace.
I would like to stop him from touching the crates.
No.
No.
Like holding onto the crates and then pulling it back.
No.
No.
What would you like to do, VMAX?
I would like to make an athletics check on that. And that's a 10. Or 7.
Hey, so.
No.
Bye-bye.
Should we casually just push him over the side of the boat?
Yep.
Casually.
I'm so glad I prepared this.
You knew it would come.
I did.
I did this for you, Prime. Otherwise, all of this work would have been for nothing.
Oh, I thank you. Okay, VMAX. So you sort of see this going along, and sort of, I don't know whether VMAX understands what's going on, but he's like, "Hey, that's like our cargo. Is that the approach?"
Yes, that
Okay.
sort of is what I'm going for.
Okay, so you dive into the water to grab.
Hang on. No, I didn't dive in the water. I was like holding onto the crate while still on the boat.
Okay, so right, the crates are in the water, and you try your best to sort of find any sort of instrument. You see a nearby sort of large spear, and you begin to hook it into the crates and hoist. The rest of the crew, they don't really understand what's been going about this, but the captain immediately looks to you. Why? And as you sort of hook out the first of these guys, they're pretty fucking heavy, but nevertheless, you're sort of pretty. And you're able to do so one at a time with a lot of concentrated effort. The captain immediately screams at you and said, "What are you doing?"
What? You're losing your cargo.
As you fish out the last of the crates, the boat begins to rock, as if something has hit underneath it.
D-Mac, you idiot.
What? He's losing the cargo. Nobody's doing anything.
What the fuck did we tell you when we got on the boat?
There might be dragons.
And they're after a tribute. Did you not think the cargo was the tribute?
Oh.
As each of you sort of look into the water, you can see this large figure just pass on underneath the boat. But it also seems to be joined now by a few smaller figures, much more sort of humanoid size. Okay, so with this, I'd like everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Jesus.
Oh lord.
Good job, I got a backup character.
Let's just throw in the crates now. Oh, I forgot to select my token.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
I'm fine, I can always.
What if we throw him overboard?
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what we've got. So you added.
Prime,
Yes, what's up, man?
how long have you been on the boat?
About a day and a half.
Alright, I use a different mutagen because speed is not really needed on a boat.
Okay, makes sense.
Let's see what I have.
Okay, Mela was not added. Mela, where's your token? There you are.
Immunity to grapples.
Nice.
That might be helpful.
Quite.
BMAC was added. So Z, what did you get? You rolled 19. Cool. And then I pull these up. Sorry, guys, 2 seconds.
You know,
It's fine. I mean, it's not like you expected someone to do this.
There we
I'll
go.
order.
Okay.
Marrow? His name is Marrow.
Is a marrow.
However, you guys rolled really high, so you're fairly prepared. Okay. So, Benjamin, as you kind of look across, you're the first to notice these figures. They seem quite large and humanoid shaped. You reckon probably difficult to tell given they're swimming, but they probably look to be maybe 8-9 feet tall. And the first of them begin to reach the surface.
I think I'm just gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. They seem to be very quickly swimming towards the boat, but haven't quite reached it just. So with that, Benjamin, you prepare yourself to dodge any sort of incoming attacks. You quickly eye up their equipment, and it looks like in terms of the range department, they've got harpoon. Z, you're up next.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
And prepare to try and grapple this one if he comes aboard.
Sounds good. Right, so Mela, you're up.
Oh shit. Is there any chance to try and give them the loot now?
The lube net.
Lube.
Oh, sorry. I mean, it's currently on the boat. You could try and start throwing it back in. Certainly, it'd be your action to try and do so.
Yes. I'll.
Okay. So with that, BMAC just finishes fishing out the last of the crates. You try your best to pick these things up. Make an athletics check, please.
Okay, athletics, that's strength.
It is indeed. Okay, you begin pushing the first of the crates forward. VMAC, do you let this happen?
Yes, because I'm confused as fuck.
Okay.
So I'm just
with
gonna
that-
let everything just go happen, whatever. I just don't know.
Sure. That makes sense. So there seems to be about 3 or 4 different crates here that were part of the what was thrown into the water. You take the first of these crates, Smeller, and you push it into the water, and it hits the waves and begins to sink.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of the marrow you immediately notice break off from heading towards the ship and begin to head towards the. VMAC.
I tell VMAC, give them the fucking treasure.
Okay. I'm doing it. I pick up the crate, and I really try to throw it at one of the marrows. Like, not toss it in the water, just throw it at the marrow.
Okay, make a athletic. Yeah, we'll just go with an athletic.
Uh-oh.
You're determined to kill us all.
Okay. So you pick up the crate and hold it above your head and throw it into the water. The marrow, however, looks far too dexterous for yourself. It kind of notices you throwing at it, but it's able to sort of move out of the way. Nevertheless, with the amount of force that you throw behind this, the crate just smashes open, spilling its contents of what looks to be various foodstuffs. You notice what looks to be a couple of pigs in there, and they just sort of begin to sink below the waves.
Oh, not the pigs.
The entirety of a pig?
Yeah.
So, Merla, I did good, right?
Several life picks.
You. What would you like to do?
I'm pondering whether I should kick Vimac into the water or not.
Yeah, I volunteer him as a tribute.
No one's attacked yet, right?
So you look around at the situation. The marrow, a couple of them have broken off to go for the crates. but the remainder of them all look intent of very aggressively swimming towards the. They haven't had time to react though, but you get the impression they're about to attack.
But there are still some crates on the.
There are still some crates on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah, I rush towards the crate that VMAX pulled up.
Yep.
That still hasn't been thrown back.
Yep.
And I start dropping them back into the water, not throwing them.
Make a athletics check, please. Nice. Okay, you pick up another one of the crates and gently let it down into the water. As you see it begin to submerge, you see one of the Marrow take it from out of your grasp and begin swimming down into the. Okay. The Marrow, most of them now seem preoccupied with the crates. However, I will say that two of them, these two over here, are going to fire their harpoons at the nearest individuals. So this one over here is going to fire at this unfortunate individual. Hitting.
You NPC tree.
And you just see the guy who's wearing a red shirt just goes flying into the water and disappears beneath.
Never wear a red shirt.
Exactly. The other Marrow is going to go for yourself, Benjamin, but I realize you're dodging, so it'll be disadvantage on.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. That's a 10 against your AC.
No.
Lucky son of a bitch. Alrighty, you just see the harpoon just sort of embed itself in the nearby sort of woodwork, and the Marrow sort of disappears beneath the waves. As you begin hoisting the remainder of the crates into, you see a large figure move under the boat.
Oh lordy! That's a dragon turtle.
Look out, it's a dragon turtle.
Heads underneath the boat, and it's actually going to attack the boat.
Oh shit.
Fantastic.
Well, VMAC. What's nice being party with you?
Okay, on second hand, I think what I did was not that smart.
Really?
So, you see this figure sort of move under the boat. The boat begins to jolt uncontrollably, and various sort of you see the bottom of the boat, various parts of the woodwork begins to sort of burst open as these large claws just begin to rip into the bottom of the ship. The dragon turtle then begins to head underneath and swim out the other.
Oh lordy.
It then begins to descend deeper down into the water. Benjamin.
What do I do, Lord? I think we're just gonna stand here and then take the dodge action again.
Okay. Z.
I yell at the NPC dudes to get away from the edge and
Okay.
just like drag this guy back.
Okay. Yeah, he willingly, having seen just one of his friends being just pulled into the ocean, he immediately pulled back.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like move back to the center.
Okay. Mela.
Mhm. Were there any more treasures left?
There's one more crate.
One more crate. Should I'll try to see if I can
Okay.
give it to one of the remaining, and I will gently look at him and put it in the water.
Make an athletics check, and I'll say you have advantage on this, given that you've enlisted the help of one of the other sailors. 10 is enough. So you're able to sort of push it in gently, and the last of the crates begins to descend into the water. The Marrow break off from their attack, and also begin heading down deeper into the sea.
Okay, I back away to the middle again as well, just in case.
Okay. VMAC.
Well, I kind of felt bad for that orc being thrown in water, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna grab a rope.
Okay.
And I'm like gonna toss it at the crew members to like hold on to the rope so that if one of them gets harpooned away, we can all pull against it.
Very well. Sounds good. Make a dex-based ranged attack, please.
I'll just do a dex roll.
Okay. You're able to sort of see this figure in the water, in between the waves. You sort of throw out a line to him, and you're actually, you hit him sort of square on, and he grabs hold of the rope.
Cool.
I'll say, as the marrow now break off, you're able to sort of pull him in without too much difficulty. He looks hurt, and there's sort of a harpoon embedded into his torso, but nevertheless, he sort of thanks you for your effort. Alrighty, do we want to have a quick drink break, and then we will see how much damage the ship has taken? And
Yeah.
what effect that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a good thing. That combined with a bad thing equals nothing, right?
No, it's still bad.
The ship's only damaged as fuck.
Hey, we all knew what we signed up for when you teamed up with me.
Well, this is gonna be the part where we, part ways, because you're gonna have to work your life away on this ship to pay for the damages. I'm gonna go make some coffee.
I still always say we use them as a tribute.
But am I worthy enough?
No. But it'll be
Yeah.
a worthy sacrifice.
You're not even buoyant enough. Be right back.
I mean, technically, do you think the dragon would want a smelly Goliath that's naked? Or almost naked?
Well, it is only half a dragon.
Well, we will never find out, eh?
Welcome back. Is it all?
Is it all?
All the damage?
It's a fair bit of damage. It depends how you guys deal with it. Will depend the outcome.
I was thinking to myself, oh, a dragon in the water, it's going to be an adult copper or bronze dragon or something along those lines, whichever the one fucks and lives in the sea.
Mhm.
Like, no, that's a dragon turtle.
Did I surpass your expectations?
You did, I was pleasantly surprised.
See, and without me, you would never found out. Or probably would never found out.
I'd rather have not found out. Well, at least it's not a Draco Lich.
That is true, yes.
Dragon Turtle Draco Lich.
The worst kind. Well, I know. Swedes back from getting coffee? I guess not.
Well, good coffee takes a while.
But
That's also
why
the
have
excuse-
coffee when you can have tea?
It's also the excuse we use at work when the coffee machine doesn't want to pour. We're like, yeah, just takes a while. We still got no clue why the coffee maker at one point goes normal and the other way just like trips very slowly. We don't know why.
That time's right there.
I know.
Probably because it's Dutch.
Well, I mean, if you were talking about British manufacturers, I would probably agree with that. But Dutch, no.
True.
Yeah, British ones just set on fire.
Yeah. I just put this here with the rest of the fire. Let's take a look. Yes. Awesome.
The sink. The sink
The six?
sink has shipped. Yes, the sink has shipped.
It's not a sinking ship, Roke.
It will be.
That's it. Alright.
That's not on me, man.
So to first start off with, VMAC, you get a point of inspiration.
Hey!
So that's how you get inspiration.
Mm.
Destroy the vessel that's carrying you across the ocean.
Exactly. So, as you deal with the immediate threat, the captain sort of looks down underneath the lower levels of the ship, and immediately come rushing out, saying, "All hands on deck." A few of the nearby ship hands sort of rush on to see various sort of water just pouring through various different sort of cracks and sort of slash marks and buckled wood that is broken at the bottom of the ship from where the dragon turtle came up underneath. What did you decide to do?
I've never been on a boat before. I don't know how this thing works. What do you want me to do?
Stay your fucking place. Captain, can I assist?
Yeah, you just see all of even the captain and like all of the crew just grabbing whatever they can, buckets, chamber pots, just water skins, anything that will work to ferry out water, while a few of them sort of take out supplies from the back, spare wood and whatnot to try and repair whatever damage there is.
I'm going to use my speed to ferry the buckets up and chuck them.
Nice. Yeah, you immediately just start ferrying up and down at supernatural quick speeds, just sort of ferrying the water out, trying to keep it from increasing ever any higher.
Oh, actually, use the other bag of holding. See if that will see how much water that will hold.
There seems to be a few. There's a few different sort of scraps and cracks and whatnot, but nevertheless, you sort of find the biggest of them, and you just hold the bag of holding over it as it stops the flow of water for the time being.
You
Sorry,
do realize,
sorry.
Not all our
Or
stuff
doors,
is wet,
you know.
bro.
you do realize that 500 pounds, that thing explodes, right? And it's rushing water.
Well, yeah, I assume we'd stop before that happens and then unload the water.
Did we write down what we put in the other bag of holding?
Ale, I think. I
Yeah,
think
but-
Is it just ale?
Well, my one's full of alcohol and stuff.
And did you use that one?
No, the other one.
Okay, what was in that one?
Well, no, it was just a suggestion because I don't have it. So whoever has it, use
Oh.
the bag of holding. Because that holds a lot of water, and that's going to be more effective than buckets. I'm not getting my alcohol wet.
That's very true.
What if we make another hole so the water can get out that way?
That's exactly how it works, Ema.
Big brain.
This is big brain time. I believe Mela has the other bag of holding.
Yeah. There's a reason for it. She's smart.
So I guess then, Z, you're doing the running up and down really quickly.
Yes, yeah.
How about the remainder of your...
I grab what I can to rush down and help the others cover the cracks.
Okay. Make a athletics check, please, you. Nice. Okay. Very strong. You sort of haul large planks of wood in your under your arms and just sort of ferry them to the various sort of sailors that are trying their best to close up the damage and whatnot and repair what they can. Mela, Benjamin, and VMAC, what would you like to do?
Help lifting wood as well?
Okay. Also make an athletics check, please. Nice. Okay. Yeah, much the same as you. Whatever you can't carry, you're bringing up the rear with the remainder of the wood, and you sort of see over to one of the others, trying your best to aid where you can. You don't really understand what's going on, but you're sort of taking after Yu's lead and just bring whatever supplies that you can to try and help.
I will also help.
Okay. Make an athletics check, please, Mela. Okay. Despite your small demeanor and sort of most of the sailors just sort of brush you off as not really going to be able to help, you will just lift large amounts of sort of supplies above your head and just hand them out where and as necessary.
I got a question. How's the guy that was hit by the harpoon doing?
Okay. He looks shaken, but alive. A few of the other sailors have sort of administered some first aid to sort of stem the flow of stem the bleeding. He looks like he's going to live,
Nice.
but he is very much out for the count for this immediate panic situation.
It's okay. It's an orc. We got our orc.
It's very true. There can be only one.
Exactly.
Cut his head off.
So, with that, you're able to sort of aid wherever you see fit, and through a combination of your efforts, you've been able to get enough successes as part of the group to keep the ship. It's definitely slowed down somewhat from the water that it's taking on, and the captain doesn't particularly want to risk things even further. Nevertheless, the ship is afloat and still seaworthy, so you're able to carry on with your venture. Now, from what you heard, as the legend goes, that Ordus, the idol, the keeper, was taken back to an underwater in the Crimson Reef, and that is where the sages believe you should conduct your search. The captain, sort of seeing the state of her vessel, wants to give it a good thorough once over, and so just so She's willing to put up anchor within the reef itself while she looks over the ship. So, you continue on going for, say, maybe half a day more. And as night begins to set on the horizon, the ship comes to an anchor off the Crimson Reef. You can see sort of various wreckages from previous ships that have sort of washed up on the reef. And you can see the reef itself is teeming with all manner of fish. So, how would you like to proceed?
I want to catch you the fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like dinner.
Okay. You spend some time, a few of you, using this downtime to catch a few fish for the evening. It's a pretty good effort, and given how teeming with life it is here, it's not a particularly challenging time.
So, where did you say this? There was some
So
kind
the
of
ship itself is now
underwater.
sort of, the ship itself has now been anchored close to the reef. From what you heard in the tales from the Vault of Knowledge, sages believe that legend states that after the war had ended, the Genasi vapor returned back into the depths of the Crimson Reef to be with her people. The idol has not been seen or heard from since.
Okay. So this dragon is probably a guardian of sorts.
Could well be.
Unlikely, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna see this dragon
We'll
again.
just have to outsmart it.
Yeah, you do that.
It worked really well the last time.
Hey. Might be so stupid that it's smart.
That's
So the ship is now at anchor for the time being, and definitely given your close proximity to the reef, it serves as quite a nice shelter, protecting you from sort of the restless sea that is out. It's quite calm here. So, what would you like to do? You hear that there is meant to be at least some sort of underwater habitation. The water isn't that deep. The reef, it probably extends to maybe 30 feet underwater, so it's not particularly deep here.
I don't know how to swim.
That's great.
I've swam like a couple of times in my life in the lakes, but that's about it.
Yeah, I live in a desert. We don't really have much need for swimming.
Do you
How do
know
you wash yourself then?
Damn.
with sand?
Rough.
I physically can't swim.
Okay, can you sink?
Yes,
Then we're good.
I've walked on bottoms of rivers before.
Why did both of you agree to go on a boat?
Because I can't drown either, so...
Boats are easy. You just sit in them.
Yes,
Wow.
well. So Benjamin, you don't have problems being underwater?
No, I should function normally. But I
Good.
can't get back to the ship without something to climb on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We can tie a couple of ropes to you, and you can scout the premises that we suspect the cave to be, I think.
How are you guys going to get into cave?
Pass.
Controlled sinking.
How are you guys going to stay alive underwater?
If it's an underwater cave, hopefully there's going to be air pockets.
I also can't be asked to look up the breathing rules, but I think it's pretty much you can breathe, like it's your con modifier in minutes.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
1 minute plus con or something?
Yeah, so it's like a shit ton of time.
Who has a minus con?
No, wait. It's your Constitution modifier plus +1.
Yeah.
So I'm good for 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, me
fine.
too.
So, what's your plan? Did you let Benjamin down and be the scouting party, or are others of you wanting to go as a?
Well, can he see anything down there?
Yeah, I mean his vision isn't obscure. It's probably going to be. You have a little look and sort of you stick your head underneath the water for a brief moment. You've probably got, say, about 30 feet of normal vision before then the darkness of the water sort of becomes dim light.
If we have a short break here, a short rest, I can make a mutagen for me to see in the dark.
Nice. That will certainly help.
Get normal dark vision I would then get.
Do you have a mutagen that gives you swim speed?
No. Use walking speed on the water. On the ground. Halved, I think.
Propeller
It'll
octopus.
probably be terrain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can Merla turn into a fish?
Merla. Mella.
You, Dinos.
Mella.
Mela.
Murloc?
I mean,
Let's see.
how does this druid thing work? Can you turn into whatever you've seen?
Yes.
Can't remember
Have
what
you
level
seen
you
fish?
get.
We're
Have you
cooking
seen
it
fish?
now, so you want to see fish?
I guess at some point in my life I must have seen a fish.
Yes.
And we're currently fishing up
They all
lots
go on a
of fish.
boat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I could turn into a fish, but the question, yeah, I guess for the scouting, but then I'm using one of my forms, which means, I mean, a fish can't fight that well, I would say.
It's not for fighting.
I could
Yeah,
use it. Yeah, I could use it to scout, and then
There's no other aquatic animal you've ever seen? Crocodiles?
We just
No.
saw a turtle, a very big one. Can you turn to that?
I guess.
I mean, you probably shouldn't turn into like bait fish.
Mhm.
What about the Mero? Could you turn into one of those?
Mirror are unfortunately monstrosities.
What
Oh.
about an octopus?
Yeah, I've seen an octopus.
I don't know what I've seen. I don't think I've.
I would. It's not a stretch to believe that you've seen an octopus in your.
Okay.
Maybe some of the more outlandish animals, but you've seen a good few fish, octopuses, dolphins.
Octopusi.
The Kraken!
Fucking becomes a battle of the monsters.
Dolphin might be nice because they are fast. But is it suspicious? Will the Mero be like, what the fuck is a single dolphin doing
Well,
here?
If it sees me, it's probably going to be suspicious.
Yeah.
I think a dolphin would be more natural to the environment than me.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, does
Okay.
that dolphin have fucking horns on it?
So I'll turn into a dolphin and
Okay.
swim around.
Okay. So you see Mela sort of jump into the water, and before she sort of reaches the sea, you see her form shift and change into that of a beautiful dolphin, and just sort of swims down. Is Benjamin going too?
Yes.
Benjamin is sort of lifted over by. It takes a little bit of an effort from a few of you, maybe VMAC and you, to lift him into the water. You just sort of see him begin to descending down into the bed. So, is it just the pair of you going?
Yeah, I'm staying on the boat.
Okay, I'm gonna take it. That's a yes.
Yeah, we'll just attach a rope to him.
No,
Like the last time we dumped him in the sewer, like yoink once for help and yoink a lot of times for help.
when I get to the bottom, I'll attach the rope to something heavy. Is
Okay.
this thing anchored actually?
Sorry, what was that, dude? I didn't hear what you said.
Is the ship without sails, or is it properly anchored with an anchor?
It's properly anchored. They're giving a good old look over the ship, making sure it's structurally sound. So yeah.
Tell the others I can climb up the anchor. And I
So,
don't.
with
Be
that,
careful. Be careful of water genazis.
so with that, you begin to head on into the depths of the reef. Mela, you're a lot quicker here, but nevertheless, Benjamin's got the superior vision of his dark sight and whatnot. So you start making your way through. Can I get a yeah? Let's go with perception check from you both.
I also recently acquired an item, Prime.
Yep.
Lantern of True Sight. Does it work underwater?
Good question. I'm going to say, given it's magical, yes.
Oh, cool. So if in case we need it, I can use it.
No, I'll say it will work underwater. It seems quite exotic and well made.
I'd start using it then to help with sight. Bam, 5.
Nice.
Good thing you're critting everything, Daniel.
What?
Can I get a perception check from yourself then, please, Mala? Or was that the correct?
What? I'm trying to read if there's anything for a dolphin. Because usually when I use the bear, I use the bear's sheet, but
Yeah.
I can't find any dolphin sheet.
I see.
So I don't know what to roll. Because I usually don't roll my own stats when I'm transformed.
You do roll your own mental stats with Druid form.
Do you?
But usually you can choose if the dolphin has better stats than you can choose the dolphin.
Okay.
But I don't
Because
take a
when
dolphin from you.
maybe I have missed that. Because when I roll for the bear, I use the bear's strength and
Yes. With the druid shaping, you only do the physical attributes of the bear. You keep your mental stuff, like charisma, wisdom, and intelligence.
then I'll roll my wisdom now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, you begin setting on off into the ocean blue. You spend a good 10 minutes or so just sort of looking around and getting a feel for the reef. The reef is quite large, but nevertheless, like I said earlier, it doesn't really seem to descend much further than, say, 30, 40 feet. As about 15 minutes go by, you start to notice, Mela, what looks to be signs of structural ruin. You see various sort of corals that have been brought together to house what looks to be sort of huts, but they've become decrepit and fallen to the wayside. Some of the coral has been killed off, but never, and sort of the structures themselves have been broken apart. As you begin moving on closer for about, you see a number of figures begin to emerge from out of the ruin. You count 3. They seem to have sort of long fish-like tails, spears in hand, and various sort of scales covering their body. Not too dissimilar to Marrow, but less aggressive and definitely more sort of human than sort of the monstrosities that the Marrow are. They sort of look at you for a moment and begin to speak. You hear these voices. What languages do they speak, actually?
They speak dolphin.
Let's take a looky. find them. And do. Wow, there's so many monsters in the book. There we go, found them.
Sahar.
Okay.
Try it.
Okay, they can speak common apparently. So they immediately start speaking to you in what sounds like this sort of very fluid language. I don't suppose you can speak Aquan, anyone?
Nope.
At which point they then begin to change to common. They look at you yourselves and say, "You are strange outsiders. What be your intent?"
He's talking to us, or did they swim up to the ship? What was it?
No, yourselves, Benjamin and
Looking for an item that's supposedly around here.
you see the three of them sort of look to one another and then look back at yourself. What item do you speak of?
I believe the item's called Odrus, Idol of the Keeper.
And what does it mean to you?
Help us save a city, continent,
Sort
barony.
of put their tridents down and look to yourself and say, "The idol has been kept by our side for generations. We have protected it from evildoers. And you say it will help you?"
Yes, there's currently a demonic invasion happening in the barony of Zoom. The Imperium.
One another, somewhat troubled. Make a persuasion check, please, Benjamin.
Oh yeah. The B is for persuasion.
You kind of look to one another, and then look back at yourself. The demons and devils have returned. These are dire times. Tell us of what you know. I presume you sort of
Spell out what that means.
expedition done. They sort of look to you and says, "These are troubling times, but I'm afraid there is more trouble to be had. This village that you see before you was once teeming with life. It was known as Tilal Dar. It was our home. But unfortunately, a few years back, it was destroyed. There is a beast in these waters who goes by the name Caesar. It's a large dragon turtle that calls this the restless sea its home. It's the It was drawn by the idol that we kept here. It came, it killed many of our kin, and it destroyed our home. The three of us, we were elders of this place. We stay here because we have nowhere else to go. But the idol is no longer with us. If you are looking for orders, then Caesar is where you must head. Then Caesar is where you should focus your efforts."
Okay. Then I will focus my attention to him.
He's a powerful creature, and he adores treasure above all else. We have had some runnings in with him in the past, but we steer out of his path as best we can. He's a dangerous beast, and if you those who do not offer him tribute soon find his.
He has attacked our ship several hours ago.
I see, but at least you live to tell the tale. From what we hear, he keeps his hoard within a secluded cave network on Clear Mist Isle.
Yep. Zoom.
Or to the east.
A little bit to the east, yeah. That is where it makes its home. We also believe Cesar has the backing of a local Mero tribe who go by the name of the Razorfins. The tribe have been aggressively expanding over the course of the past year now, and they regularly provide Cesar with tribute. We believe in return, the dragon turtle seeks out the Mero's enemies and destroys them, paving the way for their expansion.
You said this cave was at Clear Missile.
It is indeed. It's
That-
partially submerged, but it should allow you to land folk to move without hindrance, at least.
Mhm. I guess that's our next stop then.
But be careful. It's a powerful creature, and if you are not, if you are too foolhardy, it will see the death of you.
Anything you can tell me about the dragon turtle? What it does, what it can do?
Dragon turtles are long descendants of dragons. They have become particularly adapted for the underwater environments. They're quick, they're intelligent, and they can endure. But particularly, their steam breath is particularly powerful.
Steam breath.
If you're looking to face this thing, I would advise you split up and you what's the word?
Like from multiple sides.
Flank?
Yes, either of those. Dragon Turtle will no doubt struggle with engaging multiple individuals from multiple. If you stay and clump up together, it will be the death of you.
Mm-hmm. How are you surviving here? Just on your own, you three?
We do. There's only a few of us that remain these days, so it allows us to hide beneath the reef without drawing too much attention. The Mero sometimes pass by this way, but we see them off. Otherwise, we try best to warn those who pass within these, but sometimes that's an easier job than others.
Mm.
That is all we can do these days.
I see. Well, I think I'll be off then.
He kind of looks at you and says, I wish you the best of luck. If, as you say, the demons and devils have returned, you could use an item such as Orders to help you in your venture.
Mm-hmm. Good tidings.
That the merfolk begin heading on into the depths of the reef once more, leaving you to your own device. You're able to make your way back to the main ship without too much difficulty, and the crew are able to pull you up, and Benjamin back onto the ship. Seeing as the anchor there is there, allowing you to pull yourself up.
Mm-hmm. Well, where's the dolphin?
You look on back, and the dolphin sort of morphs back into Mela as she sort of arrives back onto the ship.
What did you guys find out?
The dragon turtle attacked this place together with merfolk and taken the orders. Apparently, they have a
surprise.
cave network at Clear Mist Isle, east of here, where it's at currently, together with the Mero tribe that lives there. Something called the Razorfin tribe.
That's the one.
As we've seen before, they work together.
So-
Where were this ship headed again?
East. That's good. So gonna pass
Yeah.
by.
So the captain seems content with the repairs that have been made, and the ship seems seaworthy once. She sort of overhears your conversation and whatnot, and begins to approach. She says, "Our plan is to head to Dusk. What is yours?"
Clear missile.
Yes, we want to be rid of this pest once and for all.
What's
And also, it's keeping the one item we're looking for.
item, you say?
What did you say?
Item, you say?
Yes. They're in search of an item.
I see. And are there more items with this beast?
It's a dragon, so it's most likely a huge treasure trove from all the seafarers that have come this way and paid tribute, or,
Sunk.
you know.
Our eyes light up as you say this.
I expected as much.
Well, I mean, a small detour here and there won't be too much. Tell you what, we travel to Clear Mist Isle, and my boys will even help you out with your little venture. But once the beast dies, you take your item, and we take a share of the loot. Split it, 50-50.
Sounds fair.
Does it though?
Does it?
Does it?
As long as we have the item we seek, I have no quarrels with that.
How useful are your men going to be, seeing as to how one of yours got speared in the chest and dragged off like it was nothing?
Yeah, she looks to the rest of them. Saying, these are battle-hardened. Well, they'll serve you well. They'll serve well. I'll even come myself. You sort of eye them up for a moment, Benjamin. They're definitely not on your level by any means, but they might serve as effective cannon fodder.
Yeah.
Human shield.
Less people to share it with. Oh, I'll say, well, if you do need to know a few things about what we're gonna be up against.
She nods.
Apparently,
Oh, yeah. What was you going to say?
apparently the dragon turtle has a way to blast steam out of his mouth. So we don't clump up together. Very
Sounds
important.
fair. We approach from different angles. We cover it from all sides.
Yes. And I assume the dragon turtle has its own lair within this cave network. So we're gonna be fighting Marrow a lot as well. And I think then we can split up, flank the big boy.
So, with that, she sort of holds out her hand to shake with you all on the terms of the deal.
My metallic wooden hand sticks out.
Yeah. She gives you an old shake, and the boat immediately springs back in. The crew seem to find this sort of renewed vigor about them on the prospect of a hearty payday. The sails are unleashed, the anchor is pulled up, and the ship begins sort of back on into the restless sea itself. The journey is a fairly uneventful one. It seems that whatever tribute was gained previously is still holding, and the creatures leave you alone for the time. The ship, however, keeps its distance from the isle that you now see on the horizon, choosing instead for small, stealthy rowboats to complete the last level. 2 rowboats are required to get both the crew and yourselves over, and they're sort of lowered to the water, and you begin heading on through. As you make your way on through, you can see sort of this very clear, large, gaping on the coastline that water continues to head on up from. You should be able to take the rowboats without too much difficulty. As you do, you sort of make it on through to the mouth of the cave, whereby the water becomes a lot more shallow. Each of you empties on out from the boat. The water comes up to about sort of waist high through into the still cave that is here. Water drips from the ceiling up top. The air is quite still in here. Wreckage sort of lies at the open mouth. And darkness sort of protrudes out from its depths. Okay.
I'm gonna switch mutagen.
Hey, what would you like? You've got some time yet, so whatever prep you need to do.
I'll prepare mutagen that is resistance to fire damage.
Very well.
Resistant to steam damage. Steam is fire, right?
No.
Steam hot.
Steam is
Nice.
a combination of water and fire.
More towers combined. Let me check.
There's no such thing as water damage. We're not playing Avatar.
Yeah. You get the feeling that yes, the steam will probably count as fire damage.
And I assume the lantern gave us pretty good sight.
It does. So this is what I need to just check. The map that I've just moved you to has the new dynamic lighting on. So I think I'm going to select your tokens. Who of you has night vision?
I do.
I believe I do.
Okay.
Yes.
60 feet, I presume, Z.
Yes.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Okay, dark vision. I have.
You say you have dark vision as well?
Yeah.
Is that also to 60 feet? Or is that 120?
That's a good question.
Okay, that way.
60.
Okay, and then finally Benjamin. You are emitting bright lights. 30 and then 30.
And this is not underwater. This is just cave.
So, like I say, the water sort of gets up to your torso. Mela, it sort of comes up to about your shoulder. And each of you see.
Yes.
Yes.
Working as intended.
I like how part of the cannon fort is in front as well.
So you begin heading on into this cave. You can sort of see there are various sort of banks of sort of sand and dirt that have built up here, providing a little bit of sporadic sort of dry land for you all. The cave itself is quite large. The ceiling probably stretches up a good, say, 15, 20. But it is very dark in here. The only source of light currently is Benjamin's lantern.
So is moving difficult terrain?
Yes, moving is difficult to move for the time being. You get the feeling as you sort of head deeper into the cave, it might sort of shallow out a little bit more, but definitely here it's quite deep and impeding your movement.
Well, let's just go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Left or right, where do we go?
Can't say that, Cindrus.
What, is it racist?
Yeah.
You're racist.
That's racist.
Everyone's racist.
The original one is racist. It was a slave catching song. Cindrus.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Catch the N-word by the toe. That's a slave catcher song.
Hang on, let me look this up.
Maybe we should go explore whatever that thing is.
Yes.
Okay.
It is, but let's go take a look.
It looks.
You sort of see this rough sort of humanoid-esque shape, and as you begin to approach, it looks to be some kind of almost like a totem, like a grim warning. You see a body of what looks to be, say, a fisherman that has been strung onto almost something like a crucifix. The body's chest cavity has been ripped open with various sort of organ entrails, sort of just free flowing downwards. And the body itself has various sort of scars and slash marks over it. You sort of judge it. It might have been here for say a week or so, and it looks to be almost like a warning to others.
I think this might be the way then.
Cool.
Okay. As you begin to sort of make your way deep, you sort of feel this sort of rumble for a brief moment, probably not more than, say, 5-10 seconds, but dust sort of emanates down from the roof above. The water, you see ripples sort of flow out towards yourself before it stops for a moment and the set returns back to silence. Sort of a few of the sailors sort of whisper to one another before quietly saying to yourselves at the front, "What do you see?"
I see another strung up fisherman.
You make out the rough shape, yeah, seems to be the case.
And some mushrooms.
There does seem to be large, sort of fiery red crimson mushrooms by its.
Have I encountered these mushrooms before?
Make a nature check.
Nope.
You have no idea what these are, but they have captivated your interest.
Hot. Let me take a looky. See if they're poisonous.
Benjamin sort of comes out in front and also begins to study him. Also make a nature check, please, Benjamin. You're a lot more astute at this stuff. These are fire stalks. They're not poisonous, but they definitely have sort of a very exotic spice to their taste.
I'll pick some and put it in my bag of holding.
Yeah, bottle a few. So
There's quite a few, so both yourself and Benjamin, you immediately get to picking out a few of these mushrooms. The largest of them are about 2 feet high, so they're quite.
fire mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Fire shroom.
Super Mario taught me anything. That's a power up.
You be tripping balls tonight.
Quantity?
If it's Mario, that also means your
yeah.
personality this one.
You're able to find, say, 7 mushrooms in total.
7 fire mushrooms. In total. You take 3.5, I take 3.5.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Damn straight.
Got me in his own.
As you sort of look on back, the pair of you, it does seem like there was once a tunnel here, but it's long since collapsed in, unfortunately.
North or south, boys?
So we keep going north.
North it is.
I'm
Okay.
just following the guy with the torch.
Land.
Lantern, light,
Aziz.
Zucklump.
Flashlight with an A.
Okay. As you start making your way closer, you begin to hear conversation. You begin to hear splashing of water. And as you look around the corner, you think you see 2 darkened begin ferrying what looks to be crates and supplies deeper into the cave. They haven't seemingly noticed you all, but can you make a stealth check, everyone, please?
I have disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Very stealthy with that fucking flashlight on me.
Mhm. Okay. So as a group, you're actually quite quiet. and the not pirates, pirate sailors, they sort of keep low to the water, and they're quite quiet as well. And as a group, you're able to sort of not draw any attention to yourself. Benjamin, as you sort of hear this coming up, you immediately sort of push away the lantern to a nearby wall as to not project any sort of light around the corner. You sort of see these figures quite clearly, and it appears to be a small group of Mero, like I say, that are in the process of pushing goods and crates deeper into the cave.
You want to ambush?
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
Maybe we should get onto the dry land up there first.
Yeah, the water is definitely sort of receding in terms of depth. It's probably now only up to maybe sort of your knee, so it's a lot more shallower.
Sneaky, stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see the Marrow though, but I'll just follow you guys.
They're like way over there.
I don't see that far.
Like way over there.
Thank you. I believe you.
So yeah, each of you hear the movement and the voices coming from this direction.
Quick, hide! What language are they speaking?
It seems to be Aquan.
Ah,
Could set up an ambush.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah, we could go north here, the cave, and like make some noise from
Are
where
they
we came.
walking towards us?
No, they seem to be sort of. As you quickly look, there seems to be sort of all manner of crates and barrels gathered into what looks to be like a sort of a stockpile up here, and they're sort of ferrying it deeper into the cave away.
Maybe we should set this points up as choke points, then draw them into us.
Okay.
Because we don't want to get pulled away by their harpoons.
I mean, sure.
So, what's the plan?
What's the plan, Batman?
Where do you want me to stand, Rogue?
Show VMAC
front.
first.
I don't know.
What? You just told us a plan. And
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
No, just looking at there's not really anywhere.
I mean, if we had like a mage, we could make like an invisible wall, and then we could like pop up behind him, like surprise.
Although if Mela turns into a bear, that's going to take up 10 feet, isn't it? That may work.
Shoot first.
Ask questions later.
No survivors.
Can I just go barbarian on them and just rush
That's
in?
what VMAC would like to do. That's what VMAC can do.
Unfortunately, VMAC is a hunter, so he knows to stalk prey before engaging.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit. Do you know that much though?
Well, actually, on the background that I wrote, I did write down that he is a hunter, so that's also why I got
The
training.
hunt.
I got training in stealth.
Nice.
I just still imagine you running up with an axe to a deer.
Now it's just a matter of that once I get started and attacking, that's where the barbarianness comes out.
You have a bow.
No, got javelins.
I
I'm
have
trained
a
in the bow.
crossbow. I mean, maybe we can get their attention with a bolt to the neck.
Might work.
Should- Maybe we just like throw rocks and then they just come our way.
But still, choke point. Good idea.
Thank you.
Stay away from line of sight.
Stay away from the voodoo.
That's what. Stay away from the voodoo.
Okay. Again, I don't see much in this cave. Tell me where to stand.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand
Okay, where did you go?
round the other side of the cave.
Okay, around the other side of the
On the
cave.
side.
Am
Dumbass.
I walking the right way?
No. Go east.
God.
So like here.
Oh. Okay, yeah, okay.
Because if their harpoon drags us, they're not gonna. It's not gonna go too far. That's
Okay,
true.
I guess we have the pirate bunch to stand behind us.
Yeah, they can guard the other entrance.
Right.
Exactly.
I'll fire off a crossbow bolt.
We can all do that if we want.
I mean, I could put up spike growth, which
Ooh.
means
We're gonna
Like
get dragged. Keep in mind, they're gonna drag us as well.
which becomes difficult terrain. But maybe we want them to get closer to us. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe wait till they're in melee range before setting that off.
Yeah.
So-
that could be useful.
You'll have surprise rounds, but the moment Benjamin shines his lantern over it towards them, they're going to realize something's up.
Okay. You guys ready?
But
Okay, roll for initiative. We'll see how this goes.
I remember to select my token this time.
I forgot.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, I still can't do anything, but it's nice that I got advantage. Or, I mean, I rolled good. Wait, why did that... That was actually an advantage roll for some reason. That should not be happening.
Wow, okay.
Strong rolls.
Super strong. Benjamin, you're up first.
It's just too far away. I'm just gonna take dodge action from now on. Now on.
VMAC.
Well, I can't see anything, so I do nothing. I just prepare an attack, I guess, if it's in range.
You.
I shoot a bolt to the closest one's neck. Or, you know, the back. I don't aim for the neck. That's hard.
14's a hit. Ooh, nice. You
That's
sort of
pretty
hit
good.
one of them in the torso, and it sort of not screams, but definitely lets out a cry of pain, and immediately turns around to where you all are, shining this beacon towards them.
I wave.
Okay, they look pretty pissed at you. Right, so Z.
I am going to prepare an attack just in case they get close.
Mela.
Yes. I want to prepare spike growth.
Okay.
I'm just thinking where I want to place it. It's a 20-foot radius,
You're
and it takes when they travel through. I'm worried if I put it up too early that they will not travel, but I also want to use it.
That's how big this is.
May I give you some advice?
What?
If you put it there, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna walk around it and then attack the NPCs from the other side.
That's also what I'm worried about. Maybe I should put it more so that it's like it's easier for them to come towards us and harder for them to come towards the NPCs.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I can't see that. Or I'll wait and I'll just do a ranged attack now. No, I'll I want to cast it when they move up.
Okay.
I prepare it. So
And where's the center?
I don't know where can I see? Maybe here. Is that good, guys?
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I can't
And-
see it.
Cool.
And yeah, but I want to cast it when they are a bit closer.
No. So with that, Mara would go, but they're surprised. Pirates, they're going to prepare sort of ranged attacks, and if any come from this direction. So Benjamin, back up.
Well, this is exciting.
Well, they were surprised, so they didn't take their first round of combat.
Yes. I'll still take the dodge action.
Okay. VMAC, I presume the same for yourself.
Yeah.
You.
Another bolt. Unfortunately,
11 this time, it just sort of sails off into the dark.
Yeah. And reload and done.
Z, same again?
Yeah, I'll prepare an action if they get close.
Same again, I presume?
Yep, I'll prepare an action if they get close.
Yeah, Mela, same as you. Same thing again.
I thought last round that they were gonna start to move up.
No, Pepe, you had
after-
surprise.
Yeah, that's what I forgot. I should have shot them, but yeah, I'll do the same then.
Okay, Mera, they begin to approach.
Oh shit, boys, did they come?
Oh, damn, they're big.
They are monstrosities. I
Well-
intentionally stand behind this shrubbery.
So with that, they get to about here. So first one moves up, immediately sees yourself, you. Stop me if anyone is doing reactions and whatnot. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue going. So the one sort of looks up, sees the large orc at the front, and is going to fire off its harpoon. But only gets 10 against your AC. You're easily able to see it. That should not have rolled for initiative. Go back to being 2 blue. There we go. And then the ones at the back. The first one over here is going to try and attack you, Benjamin, but you're dodging, so disadvantage. Getting a 16 against your AC. I presume that's a miss.
That's a miss.
Okay, and then this one over here. It can kind of see VMAC and you, so let's roll. Unfortunately, it goes for you,
Mm-hmm.
with a harpoon attack again. 19 against your AC.
That ties my AC.
Okay, that's a hit. So, 9 piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength check. Ooh, nice. So you see this harpoon just sort of fly into your torso and almost like a tug on it, but you sort of hold firm and the marrow just sort of is taken. It's not able to sort of move you any closer. Nicely done. That is marrow done. So pirates are up next. They can't really see anything.
Okay, the pirates are also going. Then I'll wait a little with my reaction.
The pirates kind of look to you guys on what to do, but I'm going to say they're not that well trained, so they're just going to move forward regardless. So they begin moving forward. Most of them seem to have sort of crossbows, spears, and whatnot, and you begin to hear all manner of sort of bolts go flying into the marrow. A few of them are able to hit. Benjamin.
But I don't know, is my reaction up or is it not
Like
up?
I said, Genius, I'm going to keep
I-
on going. If you want to take your reaction, you need to say something.
Yes, but that's...
Are you using your reaction?
I don't know where the guys are standing now, if they are in the area.
They signed their own death warrant.
I kind of want to throw it, but can I throw it in a different position to make sure
Where
that
would you like to throw it?
well, since I see maybe more over here.
Something like maybe that?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. So you sort of seize the opportunity and you use your reaction to conjure all of this sort of blackened razor-like plants that spring up from the water and ground below it. The marrow are sort of taken back at this, and as the plants reach full size, they begin to sort of shimmer and blend in, camouflaged into their surroundings. The marrow sort of look around themselves and a little bit taken back that they're now sort of surrounded by all of this razor plants. Nicely done. So, Benjamin.
I'll switch over to a bow and shoot the nearest one twice.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he's neary.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. 13 to hit.
13 just hits.
11 piercing.
Nice.
And 10 piercing on it.
Hey, with a couple of quick arrows, you're able to bloody the first marrow quite handedly.
Alright.
Nice done. Next up, VMAC.
Okay. Well, looks like we started combat, so this is it. I'm done waiting. I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna rage, I'm gonna run in.
I like it.
And I recklessly attack this one.
Okay. Move up just to the very perimeter of where these razor plants are.
Advantage. And I
Okay.
crit.
Nice. So with your first quick fling of an axe, you just see the marrow's head decapitated. And its body just sort of flumps down into the water.
Walk through it, I fucking dare you.
Prime, I got one question. Would it be possible for you to put a light source on the NPC?
No.
No? Okay.
No, they're blind.
They're blind. Okay, well that means I can see where they are.
On the NPCs, you said?
Yeah, like.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said the marrow. Okay.
No. I
my
mean
apologies.
the NPC that are with us. Like,
I'll
if they
say
carry
one of them was smart and actually brought a torch.
Heresy. Smart NPCs.
How's that?
Yeah, I can see them now.
Okay, my apologies. I thought you meant the marrow. I was going like, no, they don't have torch. I apologize.
Okay. Let's see. To move here was okay, I can move 3 spots. I'm gonna move 3 back.
Fair. You.
I will shoot the next guy.
Okay. This one, I presume, or
Yes. No, the top one.
Okay. Sad time.
This is going so well.
It doesn't seem to be working for yourself, unfortunately.
Okay,
Alright.
reload and done.
Yeah, Z.
As everyone's breaking the combat line, I'm gonna move forward slightly. See that I can't actually do anything, so I'll just take the dodge action.
Leaving. Oh no, God,
Oh,
no.
that's big red circle.
They're so bloody.
Why can I move? There we go. That makes more sense. That's the episode. Mella.
Wow. Well, this is going quite nicely.
Mhm. One down.
I'll,
So
I'll dare to move up. I need 30 feet to do the. Okay, here. I will just do produce flame cantrip and see
Okay.
what does too many spell slots.
yeah, sounds good. Make your attack. Nice. Yeah, good hit.
What?
2-1. Sad times.
Impossible.
You fire off your produce flame, but just most of the momentum is lost in the water, unfortunately.
Guess it's too damp. in here.
Okay. Marrow. So they're not in the best of positions, so they are going to try and move back. So this one is going to have 10 feet of movement through the razors.
Ooh.
And this one is going to get 15 feet of movement for it.
It just says that they take 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet they travel.
So the first one will get 44 damage, the second one will get 64 damage. Nice. And, ooh, very nice. Good roll. So you sort of see these two marrow move on back. You can see like the razors just ripping into their flesh. It's a pretty bad experience for them, but they definitely don't want to stay where they are. Okay, so with that out of the way, they kind of look to you all nicely lined up, and they're going to try their luck with more harpoons. So the first one is going to go for you, Zed. Did you use dodge or anything? I'm forgetting who did what.
Yeah, I use dodge.
Okay, disadvantage.
Is an action for me to let go of the razor area now that they're out of it?
You can just not concentrate, so anytime you can just stop it from existing.
I'll stop it from existing.
Okay. It disappears. At the time it fires harpoon. 13 against your AC.
Is a miss.
Okay. And then the one down here is going to go for you, VMAC. You reckless didn't.
Yep.
21 against your AC.
Yeah, it's.
Hey, can you make a strength check, please?
I can. I also have advantage on it, I think.
Nice. Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh, I'm raging.
Okay, yeah. As this harpoon sticks into you, much like with you just sort of grab hold of it, and the marrow is almost pulled forward from your momentum, but it kind of just lets go of the harpoon. Nevertheless, you take the damage, but still.
So I take 13 damage.
Indeed. Okay, so the sailors, they move on up, seeing that the battle is going pretty well, and they let loose more arrows into the marrow, bloodying the top one. Okay, back to the top, Benjamin.
Let's go in. No. 20. Bloop, 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 30. I'll shoot the bloody one twice.
Yep.
View.
It's good hit. Not quite enough to take it down, but definitely looking pretty bad.
That should be enough.
Let's finish it off, yeah. A quick couple of arrows, the second the marrow just falls. Okay, BMAC.
Yes, I run in.
Nice.
Ah. Okay, this one's dead.
It is indeed.
Okay, my plan was to hit this one, but I'm one short of hitting this one. And so I'm just gonna throw javelin at it.
10, yeah, you sort of let loose, but it just goes sailing into the darkness of the cave behind the marrow.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is indeed. You.
Okay, it's on. Let's go, boys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by the time you get here, they're probably already dead.
No. I have aggressiveness. I can run at double speed and attack.
Okay.
Yes.
You might be able to keep up with me.
You start wading into the water. It's almost like Moses, and just the water parts way.
Yeah. All right. Let's try out this sword. And they are not dragons, nor
Yeah.
are they beasts.
Monstrosities, unfortunately.
Yeah. So normal damage.
Didn't know you were a ranger.
15.
It hits.
Oh, yeah. Oof. Big hit.
Mm-mm-mm.
Sort of hard
Um,
the side of its torso. Body. Pretty bad.
Another one.
13 just hits.
Bye now. Oh man.
It's still enough.
Cool.
Uppercut, and just guts begin spilling out into the water, which turns into this sort of inky blackness from their blood.
Having
Right.
fun there, you?
What'd you say?
Having fun there?
Oh, this is my life.
You
I
sort of look
love
around.
it.
Oh, sorry. Sort of
Oh,
look around for a moment at what they were carrying, and there's a good few crates here that immediately the sailors begin looking into just to sort of see. You knock a couple of them open, and some of them seem to contain like various sort of cloths, silks, and a few of them contain. All in all, there seems to be about, say, 200 gold here, which you split evenly with the pirates. They take 100. You guys take 100.
will you note that down, Linda? 100 gold?
Yes,
Nice.
it's mine.
What?
Like a good treasurer.
We've had 5,000 gold, but you used 80% of it already.
So silence begins to descend once more. However, as sort of you finish having a very brief, quick look over the loot, this rumble re-emerges once more. The water begins splashing out into like ripples towards your location, and sort of dust and sand begins to sort of rain down from above, like something big is moving in the darkness.
Hey, your mother's up ahead. Okay. Head towards the sound.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
no.
gingerly, the sailors sort of make their way forward very quietly, trying their best to sort of blend with the nearby surroundings.
Or anything up that way, Benjamin?
No, light. There was light up there.
Uh-huh.
An exit, perhaps.
Could well be. So, as you begin to approach this large chamber, what you're able to see is there's a number of sort of large sort of mounds that, much like they were the other rooms, that sort of break out from the water. The water itself is quite shallow for the most part, but it seems to definitely get deeper as you head towards the back of the cave, almost sort of getting up to chest-high height. In the far distance, you can see the brief glimmer of what looks like coin on the island.
I take the mutagen for fire resistance.
Okay. I'd like everyone to make to start off with a stealth check. We'll go with that for the time.
Oof.
No.
Super stealthy today, guys.
I just gotta go take a piss. Be right back.
No worries. Nicely done. Okay. You sort of cling to the shadows almost. Keeping your distance and just trying your best not to sort of draw any attention to.
Rogue,
Yes.
isn't it idea that you like approach the treasure like on your own, and that we like if shit breaks out, we distract the turtle,
Yeah,
and
sure.
then you grab the stuff,
Sure.
and then make sure you split it with us afterwards.
That sounds reasonable. Oh, what's in that barrel?
I was just about to say, your eyes immediately are drawn over to. There's sort of all manner of coin and sort of. It seems like a very odd assortment of items. You see sort of vases, you see silks, you see a rowboat that's there. But your mind is immediately drawn to the huge sort of industrial-sized container that has a tap on the side.
I'm gonna
Very much the sort of thing that alcohol would be stored.
Yeah, that was my thinking too. Am I gonna sneak over?
Okay.
I'm gonna walk straight past all the treasure and go straight for the barrel.
Nice.
I'm just gonna like open it a little bit, just see what's
Okay.
inside.
Give it a very brief look over, and the barrel itself is adorned with a seal that says Dragon Mount A. I would say, given your experience sort of with travels, sort of travels, taverns, etc., Dragon Mount is a very fine. It's up there in terms of the quality, and this seems to be filled with the stuff.
Whatever alcohol's in my cask, I'm going to empty and just refill it with this.
The cask that you have on you doesn't even take up maybe 10% of this. It's pretty, but you're able to completely fill up your cask.
Nice.
The sailors begin to approach. They're sort of drawn to the coin. They begin rummaging on, sort of making their way on through, almost carelessly. You begin to see the waters ripple once more, and the large sort of mound of land that for you begins to shift and move. Sort of very sort of rocks and plant growth emerge from the side, pulled off as you see what now looks to be a large shell beneath.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Unlucky Benjamin.
Oh!
The land beneath your feet, Benjamin, begins to shift and move, and you're able to sort of move back very quickly before you're sort of swallowed up where it is. But you see two eyes sort of emerge and look around, seeing this sort of large group of sailors beneath them. I'd like everyone to roll for initiative.
So much fighting.
Ruh-roh.
It's what we do.
I'm glad I took that chill pill. It was too open to be just anything.
Nice. That's rolls.
It's a good thing we told our other people to keep a distance. Not stand,
Yeah.
It's not stand in a cone-shaped cone.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, they're already pirates.
They weren't pirates when they left.
This guy looks a little bit like he's got a Santa's hat on.
And maybe that's how you got.
I think that's the cook. Send
So
him much
Zeke-
alcohol.
Z, you're quite contented. You've managed to fill up your cask, at which point you're sort of drawn around as this large, lumbering creature pauses itself out from its sort of covering that it has thrown over its body. Sort of lets loose this bellowing roar and sort of looks before what it can.
Okay. So I'm gonna go
You're-
piss it off. So I take a swig of this very fine alcohol.
It's amazing. It's some of the best you've tasted. It's almost fiery in its qualities.
So I'm gonna move 25 feet
Okay.
towards the turtle, and I'm gonna whack it with my staff.
Flanking with Benjamin.
Nice. So that's advantage. 6.
16 miss.
Oh shit, son.
Sort of punch it, and its body seems just rock hard.
I am going to spend a key point and flurry of blows.
Okay. 24 hits.
I'm also sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Before I forget. Whopping 1. Second attack.
Oof.
Oh, I just remembered I've got a second attack on my
Main attack.
staff as well. I keep forgetting that.
What?
I'll do that. No.
Big oop. It
I-
seems as though the alcohol is having its effect on yourself.
Yeah. I'm gonna action surge
Okay.
from my staff. That takes 3 charges.
So yeah, 3 out of the 5.
Yes, so I get an additional action and bonus action.
An additional action.
Just action, okay. Yeah, I copied and pasted it from thingy and it says bonus action, so I'll take that bit out.
Okay.
Right, so yeah, I will attack it with my staff again.
Okay.
First attack,
24 hits.
second.
18 misses.
And because I flurried a blow, drunkenly disengage.
He does.
I'm gonna go all the way up there.
VMAC.
Yeah. I would like to, if this works, should be able to say this. I want to use the Ring of Fire Elemental
Okay.
to summon a Fire Elemental.
You're gonna do fire damage against the dragon?
Well,
It's
just
turtle.
a minion.
Turtle is its fire weakness.
It's just a minion, so I would like to channel that. I take it that's my action.
Should say on the what sort of action it is. I think it is an action. yeah.
Once per day, you can use an action to summon a Fire Elemental to your aid. Okay.
So it
Actually-
has also bright light. And we're gonna give control.
That's what you're gonna do in the future, summoning a fireman elemental to make you see in the darkness.
That's a good idea.
Just need to look up fire elemental stats if you don't have. But you have control of the token, so you can summon it wherever you'd like.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to. I summoned it. Well, I kind of want to summon it here.
Okay, fine.
Because I'm also gonna move here.
Okay, we'll say it will go on the same turn as yourself, but summoned creatures always act the next round after. So
Okay.
you summon into existence, but from next turn it will just go at the same time as you.
Okay. Well, that is my turn.
That is your action. Okay. You.
Okay. I'm going to run up to it.
Okay.
And oops. Around.
Okay. Hey, there is something in the companion. For yourself, VMAC. I will add a sheet on Roll20 next.
If we survive.
Oh.
Mhm.
Wait,
Oh.
the fire
Okay.
elemental has dark vision. What is this?
I will attack with my sword,
Okay.
and it's also a dragon. My sword is so happy now. Okay. I think I'm gonna activate one of the 5 counters as well
Okay.
to do some poison damage. So, but I'm gonna see if I can hit it first.
Well, you are flanking at least, so you have advantage.
I do.
27 hits.
So,
Okay.
that's 24, 33.
Big oof. Sort of reels back in pain as you hit.
Did you like that? I say to my sword.
Second attack?
Yes. I use another counter. Wait, was it per attack?
If it's bonus action, you won't be able to, unfortunately.
Oh no, yeah, right, sure.
One bonus action. Well, 18 misses, unfortunately. It sort of wises up to yourself and turns around to face your blade, just sort of a glancing blow across its chest.
I wave my fingers. Hello there.
Okay. All good, you?
I think so.
Okay. Right. Sailors begin to approach. A few of them are going to move round over to. A few of them are going to go into the deeper water, and a few of them are going to sort of hang in the middle. Okay, they let loose a few arrow shots. A few of them that are at the on the front line sort of bring out their swords and do a few attacks. Most of the arrows seem to just cascade off the body of this creature, but a couple of them do manage to get through for a light amount of damage. Benjamin.
Let's see. For pair. Activate the Ring of Storms. Use 3
Ooh.
charges.
Nice.
So, get extra 2d6 dark damage on attack.
Oh, yes.
Then I'll start as a bonus action, right? Yeah, as a bonus action.
Yeah.
And then I'll start attacking it.
Nice.
But read.
You sort of feel this sort of surge of energy flow through you. 26 hits.
Extra 5 lightning.
Nice.
And another attack. 20.
He just hits.
And
Nice.
another 10 lightning on top of that.
Yeah, you start carving away at the beast. You're getting the damage in. It is, however, quite durable, as you would expect.
It's big boy.
That hit big.
I'm gonna move here a bit as well.
Right, so after Benjamin is the Dragon Turtle. While it does see a number of sailors amongst it, you have done by far the most damage, so it kind of rears around its large It is going to use its steam breath. So this is going to get the fire elemental, you, VMAC, but yourself, Z.
Oh,
Is it the 60-foot cone?
It is.
Oh no.
So you need to make DC 16 con saving throws, please.
oh no, not calm.
The fire elemental is
Oh,
immune,
yeah,
so
boy!
I don't need to roll for it,
Yeah, fire elemental's immune to fire damage.
so I don't need to roll.
Should have sent him to 1v1 him.
Con save.
No.
Big oof.
Well, prepare to die.
Okay, so you and VMAC, you're going to take half damage. Unfortunately, Z, you're going to take 4.
I'm gonna die.
46 damage.
Ouch. I am bloody.
So I also got the ring. So that reduces by half again, right?
Yeah, so you'll take a quarter, VMAC.
Round it down.
3, round
Round out.
11.
11.
So half would be 23 for yourself. You, VMAC, you'll take. Math is hard.
11.
11, yes.
See, it's not that bad.
Okay, it looks pretty contented with itself. So yeah, it's done. Now,
Yay. My turn. Let's move a bit closer to you guys. Okay. I want to cast Healing Word, which
Okay.
is a ranged healing spell.
yep.
Let's see. Xio took the most
You
damage.
look over to the panda at the back, who's kind of all bloodied, and his
The panda's on fire.
Probably
at the
shouldn't have
same
drunk
time,
that alcohol.
Steamed panda.
Steamy.
Sounds like some bad Chinese food.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll cast.
You thought you were safe, didn't you, Rogue?
Yes.
But then you decided to attack it.
God damn you.
Decided to attack it.
Okay.
Okay, good stuff. So back up to Z. Who was the target? Was it? Mel?
Xio.
Okay, so it looks like you recover 12 HP, Z.
Nice. Still bloodied, but feeling better.
And speaking of which, it is on you.
I'm
On yourself, Z.
I'm gonna run up to it. I take it I'm flanking.
Adrian's holding the line on the other side, so you guys got flanking.
Yeah. So I'm gonna whack him.
Okay.
I need to remember to roll twice this time.
Both attacks miss, unfortunately.
Ooh. Fuck it, I'm gonna flurry of blows again.
Okay. 25 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one hit, unfortunately. Just seemed to be unable to get through it. Yeah.
5. Wait, hang on. I only get extra 10 movement. 35, 40, 45. Yeah, I'm gonna move over there.
VMAC.
Okay. We'll start with the fire elemental.
Okay.
Because I've been reading its stats and pretty powerful.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So first thing is that it's gonna move here inside of its range. And because it's in its range, it's gonna take 1d10 fire damage.
Yep.
So takes 20.
It's 1d.
You sure it's 5d10?
It's 5 damage, which is the average of 1d10. It's not 5d10.
Oh. Want me to reroll or just take 5?
Well, yeah. We'll take the first d10. So you roll the 7.
Okay.
It does, however, seem that the dragon turtle is quite resistant to fire damage, so only takes.
Okay, so I guess it's not as powerful as I thought that.
As
But
I
now I
said, it's a
understand why that
dragon.
5 was there. So it can make 2 touch attacks, which is, I guess, a d20 plus 6.
That is correct.
Okay, so that's 22.
22 hits.
And then it's... Oh
With
god, why?
2d6 plus 3 fire damage.
Sorry, the plus 3, yes, I'm doing
2d plus 3 fire damage, yeah. Okay.
it. Then it attacks again,
Yep. Ooh,
hitting a 20.
wow. So 4d6 plus 3 this time. Nice.
Okay, and I think that's all the options it can do.
Okay, and what about yourself then, VMAC?
Well, I'm gonna rage.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna attack. Where is my character sheet? Oh, there it is. Okay, so advantage. Am I flanking?
You are currently flanking, yes.
Okay, then don't need to reckless. So I crit on that, which is
You're
nice.
in the-
Okay. Good damage. Then attack again.
Yeah. 23 hits. Nicely
Well.
done.
Yeah.
Okay, so after VMAC, you.
Okay. I'm gonna move. What would that be? I want to get flanking. There, maybe?
Yes. Yeah, that looks good.
And then I need to attack again. Ooh!
Very
Crit.
nice. Nicely
Okay,
done.
okay. Let's see.
I
let's
just
see.
calculated. I did 92 damage.
Very nice.
Okay. I do not count in the dragon damage into the crit damage,
You
right?
do. Yeah, any dice
Right.
you would roll, you roll twice.
Okay, cool. So that's base damage.
Yeah. Just be aware you don't add any modifiers twice. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Cool.
I'm just gonna. And that's dragon damage.
Yep.
And I forgot to mention the poison, so I'm not gonna roll that.
Okay.
Okay, and then we roll dragon damage again.
Yeah. Okay, and then any dice you would normally roll for your damage, you roll twice. Of the weapon itself, I mean.
Okay.
Very nice.
So what's that? 27, 37. My head is going to explode from all this math.
That's when you open Excel.
Looks to be
40.
40 by my count.
Yeah, 40 even. Yeah. Cool.
Nicely done.
Next attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another hit.
What's that extra d6 damage you get, Cindrus?
I got the Amulet of Fury.
Oh.
Nice hit.
I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna expend my action surge to take another attack.
Okay, well, another 2 attacks is your whole action.
Yeah. Ooh.
Big hit. Nice.
So again?
Yep. Final attack also hits. Very
Okay.
nice. Okay, it is bloodied.
Yay!
Whoop, whoop.
It hates me.
No, yes. Okay, once again, the sailors sort of fire in with their various arrows and whatnot. They're doing an okay job, all things considered. Benjamin.
Activate the cold damage on the rapier.
Yep.
And then start going to town at it.
Oh, yes.
29.
29. Very nice. Ooh, nice.
And another stab.
Yep.
22 to hit.
Very nice. Okay, nicely done. So as you bring the dragon turtle down to half health, it begins thrashing about at the nearby sort of cave walls and floor and whatnot. Various sort of stalagmites up top begin to break loose, cascading down into the cave below. I'd like each of you to make dex saves. DC is 16, by the way.
I take no damage.
Oh, nice.
Don't be
So
sick.
just checking, but I think I got advantage on it.
If it's, you can see it.
Oh yeah, because of danger zone.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Ooh.
Okay, so it looks like, unfortunately, just yourself, you. So everyone else will take half. So you take 26 bludgeoning damage as various sort of rocks break off from the wall and land.
I think I can actually use this brutish durability because it says when you make a saving throw, roll 1d6 and add it to the saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you got a 5 and the DC 16.
Oh yeah, right. I read it wrong.
might
I
just
read
make it.
15.
If you roll a 9 on a d6.
Yeah. Everyone else, you take 13 bludgeoning damage. You're able to sort of dodge out the way of most of the large rubble, but small parts just sort of rain down and knock against you from just the sheer impact.
Are you guys okay?
I'm actually gonna check if fire elemental do damage. Well, that says too.
Nice. So it
Nice.
takes half. Well, you see, sort of, you quickly gaze across the sailors. A lot of them didn't seem to make it, unfortunately. They're still up, but are looking pretty frightened at the situation. Okay, so last person to go was Benjamin. So we're at the dragon turtle. Does it get its breath back? Maybe roll 20 is lag. It does not. In that case, the two individuals that it's going to go for are you and VMAC. You've been doing the most damage to it.
Surprise.
Yes.
Right, so it's got 3 attacks with this. So we're going to start off. You see this large sort of beak open up, and it's just going to try and go.
No.
Oh.
Wow. You know.
Nom 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 nom.
So, Merla, got any of those healing spells?
Plenty of them.
At which point it
Merla,
takes
keep
its
saying the
two-
name wrong.
it takes its 2 claws out from the ground and then just tries to go for yourself, VMAC. Did you reckless or did you use?
I did not need to reckless because of Quincy.
So it'll just be normal attacks then. So a 20
Hits.
and then a 16.
Hits. Both hits.
Okay. Right, Dragon Turtle is done. Mel.
Okay. Do you guys, how are your health now? You haven't set any bloody markers. on
I'm
yourself.
close to bleeding. I'm not bleeding yet.
Cluster is dead.
No, I'm down.
Down. Okay. I'll use the ranged one again.
Yep.
Less heal, but then I don't have to risk myself. Okay. Let's do a level 4 one.
No.
What?
Aw,
Motherfuck.
sad time.
Was there only
Nevertheless,
one,
you arrive back into the land of the living thanks to Mella's healing words. You feel like absolute shit, but at least you're conscious again. Anything else at all, Mella, or are you all good?
Good.
Okay. So with that, back up to the top of the round, Z.
I am gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna run in and fuck it.
Okay.
So. Boop.
Okay, 26, good hit. 21 also hits, so 2 hits.
Nice. And then flurry of blows.
22 hits and 20 hits.
And then drunkenly disengage.
Very nice. Okay, you can definitely tell that the damage is starting to pile on the Dragon Turtle. It's looking a lot more battered. Its reactions are... yeah, it seems like you're wearing it down. VMAC.
Yay! Okay. Fire elemental first. So, because it's standing in this aura, it's
Yep.
take 9 damage. Then it is that's the attack roll, so that hits.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, I keep creating with this.
You done?
Okay, that's the fire elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna attack it. Where's my character sheet? $16.
Misses.
Misses. Oh, that's too bad. We'll
Mhm.
try it again. 22.
22, however.
Okay. And so that's my attack, and then I'm gonna use action surge. No,
Okay.
not action surge. Second wind, if I recall it. To restore 9 hit points.
Okay.
So pretty nice.
You're currently prone.
Oh, I'm prone, yeah.
You
I
are. But it's
Use
only half
movement to get up.
Okay.
And I'm still flanking.
You are. A couple of the pirates are holding on strong.
Well done.
Nice. Not quite a crit, but good enough, I suppose.
Very close. Damn it, I forget to declare poison. Do you mind if I can add it this time? Sorry, what was that?
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. Ooh, nice.
Okay, so that's 36 damage.
Yep.
And another attack.
Yep.
Poison again.
Okay.
No, wait, that's a bonus action. I can't.
So no. It's much like yeah, a few of the other abilities.
Hmm.
Okay, nice.
So that's a 26.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. So with that, all good, you?
Yeah, I think I'm good. That's good.
Okay. So the pirates continue to unleash their volley of arrows. A few of them over here use their melee attack. A couple of them look like they hit. Benjamin.
Stab.
Nice.
Pierre. That's editing instead of
Yeah.
24.
Ooh, very nice.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Very nice.
And
Good
another
damage. Yep.
21. 27.
Ooh, very nice.
I think I can use the Ring of Storms to do 2d6 lightning damage to everyone within 10 feet of me.
You can, which would just be the dragon blast.
Yeah, I'll use that.
Okay, as you sort of unleash your concatenate of lightning and cold on you think the beast is on its last legs. It's not got much vigor left in it.
That's
Okay. So, Dragon Turtle. It does not get its breath back, so who's it gonna go? Probably the 3 targets are gonna be you, VMAC, and Ben. So it is gonna start off with a bite attack against you, VMAC. 17 against your AC.
It's
Followed by a claw attack on yourself. Only getting a critical fail. And then finally, Benjamin, you see this large sort of tail reel out from its shell and just try to whip and grab.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh lord.
Big.
32 damage.
You need to make a strength saving throw, please.
Crits succeed, please. Nope.
No.
You are thrown back 10, smashing into the wall and knocked prone.
Ow. Mama.
That is unfortunately, however, its turn. Right, so Dragon Turtle's down to Mela.
Okay. And no one is downed, at least?
You
No.
quickly scan the surroundings, and it doesn't look like anyone's down for the time being. Few people looking to be up. But
I just wanted to make sure in case people hadn't updated.
I've
Then
updated mine. I'm like bleeding now, just barely. I'm
Yeah.
50% health.
I will take
Yep.
Sindri's here since he's closest with a level 3.
Yep. Ooh, big heals.
Jesus.
Okay. Cluster, you're not marked as bloodied.
I am bloodied, I just forgot to mark myself. I have 15 HP.
Okay.
I got 65 now. So.
Maybe I should have healed Cluster. But
Well, that's what
I-
I was saying. I was like, well, I'm 50% health. You should have known how much Cluster had. I was like,
It's fine.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can't move towards him. And I mean, I could have used my ranged, but the ranged one is 1d4 and the touch one is 1d8. Or not 1, but depending on the level.
yeah, you can heal him on the next turn
And
if
I
you
wanna,
survive.
I want to get closer to him. Yeah. From this point.
You feel as though you are currently within its reach.
Yep, I think, but I.
We are the ones that are taking the brunt of the attack, and I think the moment it gets its breath back, it's gonna go on me or you.
the thing is, I can only move one more step, and it's either from this point
Mhm.
I can move here, maybe, but then it's gonna line me up with Rooter. I'm thinking this is more, I don't know.
Okay. Where would you like to go? You happy with that?
Yes.
Okay. Right, so that was Mela done, so we're back up to the top. Z.
I'm just going to do the same thing.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and fuck it.
Nice. $25 hits, 17 does not, unfortunately.
I'm also going to use my Swift Song Force charge to add 1d6 force damage.
Very nice.
And sneak attack. Another 4.
Very nice.
And
Remember,
then-
guys, that you have your health potions as well.
Yeah. Flurry of blows.
I had advantage, but that's on me. That's my bad. Benjamin was knocked away, but I didn't pick up on it.
That's right.
Okay, right. We'll yeah, you hit with the 23.
And then disengage.
Nice.
I'm gonna go.
VMAC.
Fire elemental first.
Yep.
So, what's it +6? Oh yeah, wait. So first, for standing in its range.
Big.
Yeah, very big hit. Okay, then attack rails a 9. That's a miss.
It's a miss.
And an 8. Okay, so it hits for 1 damage this round.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
That is true. So then I'm gonna attack.
Unfortunately, you no longer have flanking, so if
That's fine. I'm gonna recklessly then.
Ooh, big hit.
Okay.
And a 21.
So, with a quick couple of strikes, you're able to sort of slice it down the neck. Will your momentum keep on going? You just slice the bottom half of its shell in half. Blood and guts just spill on out, and with a roar, its head hits the ground. As the dust settles, the beast is defeated.
I cut off one of its scales.
Okay. As sort of a trophy.
Yes, I actually intend to give it to old Ted.
Very nice. Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. So you sort of pick each other off on the ground. Some of you are looking a lot worse for wear than others, but definitely as a team, you seem to have slayed the beast pretty handily. As you sort of heal up your immediate wounds, you quickly check on over the treasure, and very quickly you're able to find something that grabs your attention. You find a small idol that seems to be carved from polished obsidian, and it resembles the shape of a humanoid with wings. As you pick it up, a faint sort of hum fills the air, and an aura hangs over the idol, providing dim light for 5 feet.
I think this is it.
Yeah, let's take it back with us.
So, about the other stuff.
What is there in the pile of other stuff?
So, you're able to... Oh, sorry.
God, sorry, I was just going to say I have my head under the tap drinking directly from it.
Nothing heals wounds better. So there is an odd contingent of items in here, and you definitely get the feeling this is probably either a collection of tributes that have been given from passing ships, are probably items that have been pulled out of the wreckage from those that the dragon turtles sank. You find various reams of silk cloths. You find so in total, you find 12 reams of silk cloth. You're able to find 2,000 gold. You're able to find 100 platinum.
Oh.
You're able to find 20,000 silver and 12,000 copper. You're also able to find 8 gold figurines. You're able to find a fine dining set of silver. You're able to find a rowboat. You find the dead skeletal remains of a horse. And you're able to find a fine set of dwarven plate armor.
Huh.
Who wrote that down?
I'm
I
just gonna
think-
assume Prime's gonna copy and paste all of this in Discord.
I'm assuming Mella's writing it all down.
It's a bit too fast for me.
What did you miss out, Mela?
Okay. I have written 20,000 silver, 8,000 copper, fine dining set in
Mhm.
silver,
8
8
gold figurines.
Wait, skull figurines.
Gold figurines.
How
A
much?
rowboat. Dead remains of a horse.
Yeah,
And fine dwarven plate armor. There is also the large, gigantic industrial-sized barrel that Z is currently in the process of emptying at a very, very fast rate.
How much gold was there?
yeah, that's what I
2,000.
wanted.
2,000.
And 100 platinum.
100 platinum, yes.
That's a lot of money.
So
Yeah.
remember, you agreed that the pirates could take half.
Absolutely. As they deserved.
Except the alcohol, that wasn't part of the arrangement.
What is the robo for? What is the robo? What is?
It looks, it's a rowboat.
Oh,
Oh, a
rowboat.
boat.
Yes.
You
I
guys know
was
what a robot is, right?
I thought you said robo. I was like, is this Robocop?
This
Are
is how
in,
we-
different-
Look at this. That's a rowboat.
This is like the hook on how we get to play Dystopia.
You find yourselves in the 22nd century.
Yeah.
But is it vulnerable to water?
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Please no.
And I've copied and pasted the idol's effects. It requires attunement.
Who's gonna use it?
It does look like an item for me.
It looks like an item for everyone.
Nah, it uses bonus action. I have other uses for bonus actions.
I could use it.
I take it those 8 charges don't replenish.
Yeah, it says at the bottom.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I missed that bit. Angled that far.
So, how does the idol actually look? Is it like an amulet, or was it a sword?
It seems like it's sort of like a neck piece. It's like a figurine that's been attached to a fine sort of silvery platinum. In terms of what it actually looks like, it looks like the actual sort of figure itself is made of solid, polished obsidian, and it seems to resemble sort of an angelic.
I don't think Mela should have it because she's not frontline, so the other ability might not be that useful.
I agree.
And Z doesn't really want to use bonus action.
No.
So it's either you, VMAC, or me.
I don't really want it. I mean, I'm already wearing a necklace, and 2 is too much bling bling.
Fair.
So what do you say, you? What do you say?
What you say?
I mean,
Because maybe one if it's between the 2 of you, one gets the idol and the other one gets the armor. How about that?
I have no use for armor.
You are armor.
I am the armor.
Really? You got no use for armor?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I can't wear it even. I don't have heavy armor. Efficiency.
I don't care really. I can use the armor if it fits me.
We are splitting with the pirates. Well, yeah, how are we splitting the fine dining set and the armor?
Give the captain the fine dining set. She can use it.
Yeah, she definitely seems to gravitate more towards the fine dining set.
Just give her the forks and we
Sure.
keep the knives.
You underestimate the damage of the fork.
What
And,
about the spoon?
okay, and they get 4 of the golden figurines, I guess.
Correct. So yeah, who would like the idol? Is it you, or is it does it go to Ben?
I mean, I don't mind, Benjamin, if you want to use the idol.
Good.
Also, Benjamin, it would be of good gesture to take one of the scales from the dragon and deliver it to the mirror people that you met earlier, to let them know that it's dead.
I could, yes. But, Captain,
She looks to you for a moment.
do you intend on finishing your trip to Duskin or heading back to Goldhaven?
I do. I have a valuable cargo, and I mean to be paid. You've done us a solid here. If you wish to travel with us through to Duskin, I'd happily oblige.
How many of us can fit in that rowboat?
Robot seems to carry about 6.
That's going to be 2 weeks.
2 weeks of rowboat. Can I recklessly row?
Yes.
A beast like this most likely has a bounty back in Goldhaven, and the other cities that have suffered from it can take a skill back or something else to prove.
Yeah, you sort of lop off a few scales here and
Yeah,
there. And sort of notice that the beast is dead. With
Just-
that, you pack up whatever goods you can. It takes you the remainder of the day to get all of the treasure out. It's sort of back and forth on rowboats to get most of it out. And it's definitely a bit of a logistical effort on your part, as well as the other sailors, to get everything back.
So, what are you wearing at the moment, Jimmy? You
What I'm wearing?
tell me, Daddy.
Oh,
I'm wearing basically nothing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like I'm wearing nothing at all.
but I'm... my current armor is... Wait.
fighters. You're a fighter, right?
Oh yeah, right. I have chainmail plus shield right now.
What the fuck? That's plate armor. Fucking take it if you fit.
We need to identify it as well, I think.
Mhm.
If you think it's magical.
Yeah.
Does it smell like magic?
It smells like magic.
Maybe it's cursed.
It
You never know those
tingles.
damn dwarves.
Ooh, cursed items. No. I'll try it on and see if it fits me.
Okay. You sort of once everything's loaded back on the ship and you all get on board, you have some amount of downtime to yourself. You sort of try your best to get into it, and you feel as though the armor reshapes and changes itself to morph with your, allowing you to wear it without any difficulty whatsoever.
I shake my head. Dwarves.
You sort of have a fuzzy sensation, almost like all your hair stands up on end as you finally put on the armor, and you can definitely feel there is some arcane properties here.
Interesting. I could get
Alright.
used to this, I think.
Very nice. So, I will let you know what its properties are because I haven't actually worked them out yet.
It's okay.
But it is a magical set of plate armor.
Cool.
So, to recap, you sent the sages off to find Demon Breaker while you were on this little adventure of yours. I need to know for next session, what item are you going for next?
Whatever was number 3.
Yeah, we could look what we voted before.
I guess the knuckles.
Or do you guys want to revote?
Well, I
Um,
wanted the Tabaxi one, but looking at the map, there's one on the Marrow Island, like right next to us. I think since we're here, it would seem pointless going somewhere else.
Maybe. Do we know which one that is?
Let's check. Moment.
And there's one at Duskin as well, so that's funny.
so I'm just giving thumbs up to the ones we have acquired in the list above, which is Ordus and Demon Breaker. We said?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the ones, and then Morrow. Which one's on Morrow Island?
If we can convince the captain to take the long way around.
Taking the long way round.
Rumors there's 5 dragon turtles in between Morrow Island. Gotta go round.
Okay, so there's one in Duskin as well.
There is one in. That is Bovadir's armor. Now I'm trying to find. No, it's being shit to search on. So I'm having to look at each of the menus. Okay, Ignitus, Robes of the Destroyer, is on the island of Morrow.
I think that was one of the highly voted ones, wasn't it?
No. That's
No.
been votes.
Oh, okay.
Probably because nobody of us is a wizard. So it's kind of iffy if we have it, because we might not be able to use it.
It
We just
does-
go-
Oh, sorry. After you.
Oh no, we could go to Duskin anyway.
I mean, the ship is going to Duskin, so
Yeah.
we wanted to get that one out.
Yeah. And there's another one near Duskin as well, a bit to the
Mhm.
left top. Which one would that be?
the Ash Mountains.
Yes. Ooh, that's a fun one. Which one was that? Sorry, 2 seconds.
Because I don't think we really have any means of travel anymore, do we? Except for
No.
just we don't have magic, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Demon Breaker.
Okay, so that's been
Awesome.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Demon
yeah.
Breaker is in the Ash Mountains.
And which one was in Duskin?
Bovadir's armor.
Oh, we did. Okay, so that's one of them. Okay.
Mithril armor. Ooh.
So it sounds like Duskin then next session.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, since the boat goes there anyways,
Yeah.
might as well.
Alrighty, and with that, people, we will leave the session.
Sounds good.
Yeah. This was a really fun session, though.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody fucking died.
I know.
I mean, it was really close that I actually kicked BMAC into the water when he provoked the dragon.
But you just said it was fun.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It added to the fun, but I mean, you,
Stupid.
yeah.
yeah. I mean that, yeah. So stupid, so stupid.
Funny.
Part of VMAX charm. No, I thoroughly enjoyed that as well. That was. Right, I'm going to make a cup of tea, so be right back a second.
Alright.
Okay.
Also, BRB, I need to pee.
Oh, why did he make a screenshot of it? Now I have to write everything down.